Honey,
Listen.
did we really have to do our engagement party here?
Yes, babe, it's where we met. It's where the kids were conceived. All goes around, comes around, okay?
Oh, but I wanted something like, fancier than a lava cake for our party.
Fancy? Fancier than a lava cake? Babe, do you want the rib rolls or not?
All right, fine. You're right. That's why we came, the rib rolls.
God, it's like you try to do something nice for someone. You try.
Ugh, we're gonna have our wedding at like somewhere fancier, right? Like, Moe's.
Monty's, come on.
That's the one.
For sure. Come on. What else? What more do you want from me?
Oh, you know what I want from you? I want to make some decisions. I feel like I'm always just going along with what you want. Flanagan's, let's go outside and take a walk around the park in our sweatpants. Sometimes I want to do something nice, maybe go golfing together, join a country club, make more than $10 an hour. No, we have to drive Postmates together for a living. I'm so tired of this, but we're gonna get through this together. I just know true love always wins in the end, right?
Did you read that off of the card that I gave you last Valentine's Day?
Yes, definitely not from a magazine in the bathroom.
Because if so, babe, you just have such a way with words. You know what? Next week, I'm going to take you to El Carajo.
No, really? Why?
Just to get gas, not the restaurant part.
Oh, okay. Well, it's to show your love for me, right?
Yeah. What was that thing you said? The love never dies.
Yeah.
Tomorrow's another day. Yeah, tomorrow's another day. Love never dies. That is why I show my love. I show my love for my woman with all the best, all of Miami's best. Not Miami's best pizza because they are racketeers, okay? I'm going to take her to Monty's. I'm going to take her to the happy hour where you get the stone crabs that are of equal and lesser value than Joe's stone crab because I can't get a table there because I might have punched a guy once when I wanted to be the maitre d'. But god damn it, I will be damned if she doesn't appreciate the 2-for-1 at Duffy's that is no longer in the Grove. But we will fine dine for the rest of our lives, even if we make $10 on the hour every hour. We will make it work. Right,
oh, babe. I trust in you now. I'm sorry for doubting you, and this lava cake is going to be delicious.
Happy anniversary.
Tabitha. It's our favorite waitress.
Tabitha, how are you?
I'm good. I'm so glad you're spending your special day with me here.
Tabitha, oh my God, you always know how to take care of us, babe.
I know exactly what to do. You see, I have a special set of skills. That set of skills are here to make sure that every typical mundane couple feels especially special when they come to Flanagan's for their anniversary. Because under no circumstances is that upsetting and depressive. Oh, no. My job is to stay chipper. My job is to stay pleasant and to make sure that couples leave here feeling a sense of relief. Because that is what I offer. I am not just a waitress, but may I say, I am a guide of sorts. Couples come, and when I'm done with them, they know where to go, and I take that very seriously.
Beautiful. That was Hollywood Moments. Take a bow, you beautiful thespian, lesbians. I love them all. Gorgeous. Thank you for persisting throughout these technical difficulties. We are slowly regaining our follower count. So let's see what happens. All right, this next game is going to be a challenge game. So you, the audience, you at home, suffering from Comcast bandwidth, you're going to suffer alongside us, okay? We're going to need you to drop the suggestion of physical activities. Physical activities, things people can do with their bodies, kind of like from the chest up, and our actors will repurpose that physicalization for the lulz, all right? Cool. Drop the suggestion of physical activities in the chat. My baby hairs. Fuck. Cool. All right, we've got our first pair up. Their names are Anastasia and Priscilla. And the suggestion is jujitsu. Whatever that means to you, ladies. Take it away, Anastasia.
I'm doing jujitsu. Try that on for size.
I am swatting away flies. Try that on for size.
I'm flattening a pizza. Try that on for size.
I am chopping onions. Try that on for size.
I said 6 feet, okay? 6 feet. Try that on for size.
I think you smell horrible. Try that on for size.
I'm trying out that new home workout that I found on Instagram Live. Try that on for size.
Woo! This workout is killing me. Try that on for size.
Oh, that's the same thing. Anastasia wins that round. Yes, Mother Russia, do not suffer. All right, the next pair will be Adriana versus Allison. And they're going to be playing pool, all sexy like. Let's do it. Take it away, Adriana.
I'm playing pool. Try that on for size.
I'm Katniss Everdeen. Try that on for size.
I'm shooting a bow and arrow. Try that on for size.
That's the same thing. What's wrong with you? All right. Allison wins that round. This is cutthroat, y'all. When have I ever been merciful? Never. And not now. The next pair is going to be Hannah versus Chachi. All right, you two will be in the International Baccalaureate program, and you'll be playing badminton. That's what those nerds fucking play, badminton. All right, cool. Take it away, Hannah.
I'm playing badminton. Try that on for size.
Oh, Chachi, you're on mute.
I challenge you to a duel. Try that on for size.
I'm spanking that ass. Try that on for size.
I am making my hand a metronome. Tick tock. Try that on for size.
Wingardium Leviosa. Try that on for size.
I am shaking my fist at a group of people so they know I mean business. Try that on for size.
No, look, doctor, listen, it doesn't crack. I swear, it doesn't. But you're just here, so it's not happening. It cracks. I promise. Try that on for size.
I'm ringing the Salvation Army bell at Christmas time, but no one's giving anything to me. Try that on for size.
I'm in a 1950s dance like a classic white person. Try that on for size.
I am shaking my dice because I'm going to play Baccarat. I think that's a casino game. Try that on for size.
I am painting this portrait very emphatically. Try that on for size.
The British are coming. Hear ye, sound crier. Try that on for size.
I am orchestrating this orchestra. Try that on for size.
My arm is tired. Bye.
Oh,
Bye.
no! Hannah wins. Hannah wins. I feel like it was rigged. All right. The next pair that we're going to bring to our stage is Lisa versus Morgan. And they'll be doing some pull-ups. Ugh. Are you ready? Lisa, take it away.
I'm doing pull-ups. Try that on for size.
Yes, I just won the sports game. Try that on for size.
I'm looking over this bookshelf in the library to peep on people. Try that on for size.
I'm waving 2 signs sideways. Try that on for size.
I'm a jack-in-the-box. Try that on for size.
I'm punching 2 really tall people. Try that on for size.
I'm a freaking mole in a hole. Try that on for size.
I'm trying to dry my deodorant. Try that on for size.
Look at here. See here. I'm going to knock your lights out with these 2 mitts. Try that on for size.
2, 4, 6, 8. I'm a cheerleader who's tired. Try that on for size.
Flowers, flowers. Get your flowers here. Try that on for size.
All right, you win.
Oh, no! Live from a protest, a suffrage protest. Lisa is the winner. Our final pair for this game is Jessie versus Stephanie. And your activity is, who the fuck fly fishes? Whatever. We're going to be fly fishing like we're in the middle of nowhere. Take it away, Jessie.
I'm fly fishing. Try that on for size.
I'm catching a man. Try that on for size.
I'm in at church throwing incense around. Try that on for size.
Oh, girl, I can't believe that happened to you. Try that on for size.
I'm whipping your behind because you've been a bad, bad boy. Try that on for size.
I'm putting a hood over your head and I'm kidnapping you. Try that on for size.
I'm capturing this stray dog to bring it back home. Try that on for size.
I'm flattening my pancakes pissed off. Try that on for size.
I am harpooning Moby Dick. Try that on for size.
I'm drying my nails. Try that on for size.
I'm out of ideas.
Oh no! Stephanie is the winner. Congrats, Casanova. And that was our game. Try that on for size. We have reached the final game for our improv portion of the night. Thank you all for staying tuned throughout these technical difficulties and for just being a consistent audience. It means the world to us, actually. We're going to move on to a game called Fortune Teller. And when the title card goes up, you'll see what we need for that. We're going to need... we're going to be asking you, the audience, to drop into the chat 3 different fortunes. The first one is a good fortune. Something good will happen in the future to one of our improvisers. The next one is a bad fortune. Unfortunately, they will have to suffer through this. And the final one is a weird fortune, something totally improbable that couldn't possibly happen. It's going to happen to one of our actors. This would not be possible without a mystical enchantress. Let's get out Chachi Cologne.
Oh, hello, Jannelys. Mother.
Oh, mystical enchantress. You know, I've been feeling a little weird lately. Do you see anything in my future that I should be wary of?
You should always be wary of people with sticky hands.
All right, let's get out our 3 improvisers. They're going to need to be getting their fortune. So bye-bye, Miss Cologne.
Bye-bye, I'm going to my void. I'm going to my void.
Yes, please. Let's get out Lisa Legend, Jack Blades, and Adriana Caraballo. How are you all doing tonight?
Nervous
mystical?
about it.
Awesome.
I'm feeling weird.
Cool. Well, we're going to be getting a good fortune for Lisa, a bad fortune for Jack, and a weird fortune for our girl Adriana. Drop it in the chat. All right, we've got our good fortune for Lisa Legend. You're going to be finding a long-lost sibling. How sweet.
Oh, I'm finding a long-lost sibling.
That's right. Thank you so much, Lisa. And for Jack Blades, what is the fortune? With what? I hate you motherfuckers. Who put this in the chat? Your grandfather is going to be diagnosed with jock itch. I'm going to look up who fucking wrote that. Jack, you got it?
I got it.
All right, cool. And now a weird fortune for Adriana. Adriana, your knees are going to stick together after jazzercise.
You got it.
You got it? All right, girl. Thank you so much.
All right.
Let's get out our mystical enchantress, Miss Chachi Cologne.
Oh my goodness. Oh, I fear I will not have enough strength. Okay, I can get one customer done. My customer should appear. Hello, welcome. It is I, Tabitha. I used to waitress at Flanagan's, but the tips aren't great, so I am now a mystical being.
Well, lucky me. Maybe you can help me with something that got misplaced years ago.
Oh, yes. I once lost my baby teeth. My mother kept them in a little jar. I found it.
That's right, lost. But what I lost was a family member.
Oh no. I wanted to tell you good news, but unfortunately, your grandmother will pass away. I'm so sorry. She's lived a long life. She's great.
That's terrible. But I want to hear something about closer to me, my immediate family. Even closer.
Oh, well, I don't know if you knew this, but looking at you, I can tell. You were once a twin, and your twin died in the womb with you. I'm so sorry.
Oh, a twin, like a brother or sister. What's another word for that?
A sibling!
Yes.
Your
Oh.
sibling, this is very upsetting. Your sibling is going to pass? Maybe you'll get your toys at Christmas. I'm not sure.
I lost my sibling, but it's good news, so.
You will get more Christmas presents because your mother and father don't have to buy as much.
No, I'm going to re-encounter my lost sibling.
Oh, do you believe in reincarnation? I believe in reincarnation.
What's another word for re-encounter? Another word for re-encounter.
You will meet. To meet.
They were lost. They were lost and now they're...
Oh my goodness, I'm so sorry. You will find your sibling. You will find your sibling.
Oh, that's so great. Thank you, Tabitha.
Oh, it's okay. I don't know I helped, but I have strength for more. Okay, one more. Nope, two more maybe. Hello.
Hello, you come so highly recommended. I'm so worried. I'm so worried in this pandemic, especially about the old people in my family. I need to hear something about them.
Oh my goodness. You know, I'm trying to be a bearer of good news, but the news is what the news is. A person that is older than you is lonely. Visit your grandfolks, would you?
My grandfolks, what is the male one? What's it called?
A grandpappy?
Yes, my grandpappy. I want to know about his health. I'm really worried.
He is impotent, but that's okay at his age. I mean, you know.
Well, I mean, he's a grandfather, so I don't know if that's exactly true.
You'd be surprised. The elderly they're the second most sexually active age group. Fun fact.
I mean, athlete's foot runs in my family. I want to make sure that everybody's staying healthy during this time.
Oh my goodness. I'm so sorry to tell you that your grandfather has smelly feet. It is not pleasant. No.
Well, he does. But I want to know more about his health.
Yes. The body and health is so much. Could maybe, do you have a feeling maybe about a certain area of his health that you are interested in? I do need.
Well, I mean, I really shouldn't say, but you know, the impotence area, you know, I just want to make sure he's okay, like everywhere.
His circulation is an issue. You should have him go through a doctor. Circulation.
I really should be at a doctor and not here, but God, I'm so itchy, like.
Oh my goodness. Oh my God. I'm so sorry. It came to me as a vision comes to people. Your grandpappy has pubic lice. You should get him checked out.
He does. It might be something similar to that. Something similar to athlete's foot and pubic lice.
He has a yeast infection? It's not common, but it can happen.
It is, but they usually call it something different with men, don't they?
Oh, do they? You know, I try to make it my business not to know much about men. They don't know much about me.
You know, my granddad was like such a great athlete in high school. Like he was one of the popular guys. He wasn't a preppy guy. He was
Preparation H. He has hemorrhoids. Oh my goodness.
No, he was always really popular. He used to date all the cheerleaders, you know, because he played sports. He was a
sporty guy, of course. He was sporty, and so he got something that isn't athlete's foot. It's kind of a yeast infection, kind of like a lice. Did he have the clap? Clap on.
I hope not. I don't think that's it. Oh God.
You are a tricky customer, I must say.
You know that brand of underwear that it's for men and women, I think, but mostly men.
Fruit of the Loom?
No, not that one.
MeUndies. I don't have a sponsorship.
I used to really think about getting one of those. Do they make socks? Do they rhyme with socks?
Cocks? I don't tend to say the word cock, but hawk, bok, talk. I love to rhyme. Are you Dr. Seuss in hiding?
I am. Let's come up with things that rhyme with sock and cock.
Sock
and dock.
Clock, mock, bok,
Bok.
dock,
Bok.
dock. Give me a letter.
Keep going.
I love letters.
My friend Jannelys.
Jock! Oh, he has jock itch.
Oh my God.
I don't have balls. I forgot that was a thing. Bye.
Oh my God. Thank you so much.
Too much of my time.
So much.
Bye-bye.
Is it my turn yet?
Yes.
Oh, Tabitha! Tabitha,
Hello?
how are you? I just wanted to tell you I started off this year with new goals and resolutions. Oh, Tabitha. Oh, but I am in such pain. Ooh.
Oh my goodness. You know, they say that the first couple of weeks of working out you get sore, but I seem to be sore all the time. Even when I'm working out.
I am very sore, Tabitha. I'll tell you what. You know me and my retiree life. Oh, I love to keep to the beat with this kind of exercise.
Oh my goodness. I don't know if you know this, but I feel a Zumba class is in your future. Yes.
Oh, that's, Zumba's a little too exotic for me. Oh, no. I like to keep it with something a little snazzy, a little, ha.
Oh. I don't know why, but I'm getting Fosse vibes from you.
Oh, that's very true. Oh, Tabitha, you know me and Fosse. I love his old little moves. Oh, and this type of exercise is my favorite. It's a snazzy exercise, exercise.
You know, I don't know where Richard Simmons is, but if someone could say hi to him, I would be excited. You will go to a jazzercise class.
Oh, yes, that is. I signed up for that this year, January, Tabitha. Oh, the thing is, I have very, very bad legs in this one area, and I'm worried about them.
Oh my goodness. You know what? My grandmother suffers from the same. Do you know that they have these classes? Chair aerobics. You will go to a chair aerobics class.
Oh, Tabitha, no. You were right before. It was the jazzercise. You know that. But I am worried about going back and then having these just get wrecked by the amount of stress I put on these.
Oh, I'm so sorry to tell you. I didn't ask your name. What is your name, kind woman?
Tabitha, it's okay. I come to you often, but you always forget my name is Sally.
I have no memory. Too much drugs. Okay. Sally, I am so sad to say you are going to break your leg in a jazzercise class.
Oh, I'll tell you what, Tabitha, my legs are very sturdy, but this specific joint is killing me these days.
Oh my goodness, a torn ACL will get us all. Your knee is going to bother you.
Oh, during the jazzercise, but what's crazy is that I can't move them. I can't move my knees after jazzercise. It's almost like there's something. I don't know.
Oh, I see. You have what I like to call Tin Man from the Wizard of Oz syndrome.
Oh, it's very, very similar to that. Very similar.
You have stuck knees.
All right.
Oh my gosh.
All right. You did it, Miss Chanticleer.
No.
Our beautiful enchantress. My God. It must take such a toll on you.
I must lay down for hours now. Bye-bye.
Absolutely.
Bye-bye.
You deserve it. Please take your rest. That concludes the improv portion for tonight. Thank you so much for supporting live comedy during these unstable times. We don't know when Villain Theater will open up again, but we are not going to stay idle. We're going to keep doing these shows every single Friday and Saturday night. Our annual Stronger Than Yesterday event was postponed, but we knew that we had to bring women to the forefront, and we could not skip this event. So we created this beautiful online We Persist format. And I just want to thank all of our players for this improv portion right now. We still have more of the show to go, but let's get a beautiful curtain call for our actresses right now. Come on out, y'all. You should be very proud of yourselves. We even have Rosie the Riveter on our cast.
Hey! Thank God, Rosie.
Amazing. Awesome. Thank you all so much. We're going to be moving on to some video portions of our show. We could not be able to do this without a little music. You know, we're all musicians here, and just as much as we want to bring women in comedy to the forefront, we just want to bring women to the forefront. We want all women who are entertainers to feel comfortable here. Adriana, bye!
Bye!
Get the fuck out!
I will.
Love you. Mwah. All right, we're gonna keep moving along. We have a special musical performance by a local artist. Her name is Kiba Williams, and she was born in Trinidad, but she was raised right here on the 305. If you love what she's doing, be sure to follow her Instagram at Kiba Music. Please enjoy this next video, and this is Kiba.
Hi everyone, I'm Kiba. I'm a singer-songwriter, and I'm really happy to be a musical guest today with Villain Theater for their online Women's Empowerment show. Thank you for tuning in, and thank you for staying safe and healthy and seeking entertainment inside your home. I hope that I can bring some love, light, and empowerment to you this evening. The first song I'm going to do is called Perfect, and this is really personal to me. I am a perfectionist, and I think a lot of women are. A lot of us can be so hard on ourselves, and the media doesn't help because they're always showing messaging as to how we should look or act, and you know, sometimes it can get really heavy to carry that load. But I know for a fact that there's people in my life, my husband, my family, that see me as deserving of love and worthy of love despite the way I see myself sometimes. So this song is learning to see myself through the eyes of those who love me the most. I'm scared of the critics, don't want to risk it, rather be comfortable. I'm just being honest, oh don't you know it's hard to be vulnerable. Even though I know I'm only human, I still wanna be your superwoman. I wanna be perfect, I wanna be perfect for you. I wanna be worth it, I wanna deserve all of it too. You say I already do. You say I already do. Now you got me so confused, 'cause you say I already do. Where did you come from? Where have you been? How did you know just what I needed when you walked in? How did you find me? Lost in the crowd. Don't you know I'm trying so hard not to stand out? Till I could be perfect. Till I could be perfect for you. Till I could be worth it, till I could deserve all of it too. You say I already do. You say I already do. Now you got me so confused. You say I already do. Yeah. Sing. You already perfect girl, you already perfect girl. Sing. You already perfect girl, you already worth it girl. perfect girl. You're already perfect girl. You already worth it, girl. I wanna be perfect. I wanna be perfect for you. I wanna be worth it. I wanna deserve all of it too. You say I already done. You say I already done. I've got nothing left to prove. You say I already done. Already done, yeah. You already perfect, girl. You already perfect, girl. Yes. You already perfect, girl. You already worth it, girl. You already perfect, girl. You already worth it, girl. You already perfect, girl. So that was my song Perfect. I hope you enjoyed it. The next song I'm gonna do is called Good Love. And I wrote this song when I was pretty down. I was going through a rough patch in my relationship, a lot of changes in my business, and I needed a reminder that it was okay to make decisions that put myself first. So many times as women, we put everything and everyone before ourselves. And so Good Love was just my anthem to remember that self-trust and self-love is really important in the decisions that I make. So here's Good Love. Break it down, girl, show them what you're working with. Just a little bit. Shake it now, girl, you look too damn fine to quit. You know you got it. You got that summertime fun wine, sweet tea, honey from the cool meat, pure cane sugar and cinnamon spice. Everything nice. Yeah, that hot like fire zing, set it off, ding ding, burn it up, turn it up, make his grandmama sing. You put that shit on everything. You have that good love. You have that good love. They just can't get enough. You have that good love. Take your time, girl. Told you to settle for less. They know better. You're too fly, girl. You deserve nothing but the best. Just remember, you got that summertime fun wine, sweet tea, honey from the cool meat, pure cane sugar and cinnamon spice. Everything nice. Yeah, that hot like fire zing, set it off, ding ding, burn it up, turn it up, make his grandmama sigh. You put that shit on everything. You had that good love. You had that good love. They just can't get enough. You had that good love. Ladies, if you got that real good love, put your hearts up. If you know you got that flavor, sweet like sugar, hot like fire, get low. Ain't that what you came here for? If you make the fellas work, 'cause you know just what you're worth, go on, shake it till the break of dawn. If there's purpose in your walk and there's power in your talk, no doubt you got the love I'm talking about. You got that good love. You got that good love. They just can't Okay, everyone, that's my show for today. I hope you enjoyed it. And if you want to see more of me, you can follow me at Kiba Music, or you can check out my music on Spotify, iTunes, or any digital musical platform. Thank you again to Villain Theatre for having me, and I hope you enjoy the rest of your evening. Good night. Hi, everyone. I'm Kiba.
That was incredible. Holy shit. Such a good local artist right here in Miami. Support local artists, y'all. Especially women of color. Fuck. We need all the support we can get. All right. Thank you so much to Kiba Music. Follow her. Find her music on iTunes, Spotify, everywhere. Go and support this amazing artist. Thank you so much for your performance. We're going to move on to the next segment of tonight. It's a video sketch. That's right, Villain Theater is not just about the stage. We also have online content that we produce on a monthly basis. This next one is very near and dear to my heart. It was written by Allison McCoyne, which you saw in the earlier improv portion, and Hannah Artman was the director, and they're two really cool chicks, and you're gonna love this next video. It's called Thunder Cunt. Enjoy.
God damn, being a woman today is hard. That's why we've got this badass bitch patrolling the town, putting misogynists, sexists, and other women haters in their place. Out of the kitchen and onto the streets, I sure as hell wouldn't want to get in the way of Thunder Cunt.
Let's get this one started. Oh, actually, would you be a doll and take notes? Jessica's out today.
I mean, I guess I could.
All right, gentlemen and lady. Corporate says sales are down 4% since the website got updated. Okay, we need to fix it now. So, talk to me. What do we got?
Business, business, business. Cut costs, pay people less, streamline the website.
I think that if we just redesign the website menu, it'll have people be able to find our products more easily.
It's about synergy. It's about streamlining. Okay, we're spending too much.
No, we just need to fix the menu. It'll help people find our products more easily.
Actually, I just remembered. You know Jeff from accounting?
Oh, yeah.
It's his birthday this week. Could you plan a party for him this week?
He would love it. That'd be great. I can't do that kind of shit.
Oh, no, I don't have that party planning team, you know what I'm saying?
What is wrong with you? She is not your secretary, okay? Just because she's a woman does not mean that she needs to be taking notes. She's a goddamn engineer. What's wrong with you? She shouldn't be planning birthday parties. That's not within her job description. She's the best person you have, and you're too stupid to see it.
Oh my god, she's right. I'm not qualified for this job. I've just been repeating the buzzwords.
You know what? You're right. I'll have the other engineer lady plan the parties. She looks like she likes the party.
Thank God. Thank God.
Yeah.
That's all good.
Yeah. So, yeah, optimizing, cutting benefits.
That's always the answer.
Yeah.
Pay people less.
Happy hour later?
Yeah. Yeah,
probably.
for sure.
Yeah.
Oh, that's so adorable. So, Alana, how's your search going?
The apps are full of so many fuckboys. Do you want me to hook you up with the guy that I work with, Dave? Dave? Dave, the one that goes to conventions and he collects my little pony dolls? What do you think of me?
Well,
No.
yeah, but he's not a fuckboy. You are the last one from our graduating class who's still single.
Wow. Listen, I know we grew up thinking we'll marry a guy like Idris Elba, but that's just not the reality we're in. Sometimes we have to settle for a fixer-upper, and honestly, it's not like you're trying too hard. I mean, when was the last time you did your nails?
There are so many things wrong with this right now. First of all, you don't need to be in a relationship to be a full functioning person. Also, men, not fixer-uppers. If he likes My Little Pony, that's fine. It doesn't hurt anybody, so who the fuck cares? Stop being so judgmental. Just be happy you have people in your life that love you. Do we understand?
Yeah, we need to build each other up.
And who knows, maybe Idris will get a divorce.
Kind of. You know what? We're close enough.
Okay, we do agree My Little Pony's way too much though, right?
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
Yeah, no way. Pokemon though.
Pokemon's good.
Yo guys, it's been way too fucking long. I gotta get laid tonight.
Bro, don't worry about it. Jeffrey here is celebrating his birthday next week, and Little Timmy, this guy's loco.
We got this.
This is
Don't
the
worry.
spot.
I mean, we're gonna have conversations with young ladies. We are gonna ask them how they are, talk to them, just try to have a good time, you know?
Yeah, something like that.
Yeah, I don't know what that was, but that one's got some pretty big titties over there.
Bro.
You know, I'm not much of a titty guy. I'm more of an ass guy. You know that.
Yeah, me too. Look at that one. Look at that ass, bro. That's good.
Well, that ass is on point, but damn. Everything is butterface, though. Come on, man. I can't do that.
Guys, you're being so... It's embarrassing, okay? In public, you guys just treat women like, I don't know, like they're people. And Hector, sleeping around with random women, it's not gonna help you. It's not gonna replace anyone.
I mean, you don't have to go there, bro.
Oh my god, it's Thunder Cunt.
You
God.
guys!
I'm flustered. I love your work. I follow you on Insta.
Oh my god, that's amazing. Like, thank you.
So who are you here for?
Oh, these idiots. Yeah.
Oh no. Oh, I'm so sorry, did I steal your thunder?
A little, but you're doing a really good job. It's totally fine. Like, I love that you're doing this. We need more guys like you. Actually, do you want a cookie?
Yes, thank you. It's so good.
No. None of you get cookies. It's only for him.
What did he do?
Don't be a douche. He gets cookies.
I don't get it, bro.
So, like, is the premise here that if we treat women like humans, they'll sleep with us?
Shut up.
I don't buy that shit.
You guys don't get cookies.
Well, as women, I guess we're used to taking what we can get. But we won't stop. Thundercunt, as we speak, is policing the patriarchy and putting them on notice. Your chauvinist days are numbered because here comes Thundercunt! Goddamn. Being a woman today is...
That was amazing. Holy fuck. Thundercunt is one of my favorite VTTV sketches ever. I was reading some comments in the YouTube chat. Somebody said they liked my eyeliner. I'm just gonna get up close so you can appreciate that. I mean, come on. We all have certain gifts. All right, if you love Thundercunt, you can actually see her live. That's right. Thundercunt is actually a pro wrestler. Every year, around December time, around Art Basel time, we host a wrestling competition called South Florida League of Lady Arm Wrestlers, SOFLA. And yes, we're actually wrestling. We're actually doing the damn thing for charity. It's a charity event that happens every December. So watch out for that, because Thundercunt literally was made up in that moment. And then she created this sketch. We love to take improv straight into sketch at Villain Theater. So here, we're going to play a video that we're actually very honored to have been produced. Pearson Education reached out to us and wanted to do a piece on women in entertainment. It's in Spanish, okay? And I just want to say that although I am incredibly eloquent in English, I cannot say the same for Spanish, but fuck you, bear with me. Here is a beautiful video telling us a little bit about our story for SOFLA. Enjoy.
Nunca había visto como un evento como eso. La gente no está acostumbrada a ver a las mujeres siendo fuertes.
Y era interesante ver cómo transformaron, o sea, de persona normal a personaje.
La gente está gritando ¡Stella! ¡Stella! Y parece como un sueño. Es lucha de verdad, es pulso de verdad. Cuando alguien gana es de verdad, pero es más sentirnos poderosas juntas y divertirse con los personajes. Cuando me pongo la ropa de The Reckoning me siento como si soy la mujer que siempre quise ser. Ella es una mujer muy poderosa. Ella camina sobre las espaldas de los hombres cuando llega al escenario. Ella se viste todo de negro y su pelo es bien grande. ella camina como si domina a todo el mundo y yo siempre he querido ser igual a eso.
Mientras más oye a la gente gritando, más sabes que luciste. Me gusta mucho la música, eso es una parte muy grande de mi vida. Quería ser un personaje que tuviera alguna parte en eso. Y decidí hacer Liberace. Sinceramente fue como una réplica de Liberace porque siempre también se vestía con muchas cosas así bien fabulosas. El elemento de la música también está involucrado en eso. El personaje se faja porque quiere salir como del infierno. Lo tienen atrapada ahí, sirviendo a los dioses del infierno, tocando música. Quería salir y tener libertad.
Estamos aquí como mujeres fuertes luchando para ese trofeo. Llegué yo con la idea de que voy a ser astronauta, porque es lo que quería hacer siempre desde niña. El vestido, el traje de astronauta de Stella es plateado, tiene banderas, tiene parches de NASA. Ser Stella es algo que me hace sentir muy fuerte, muy especial. Y cuando lo estoy haciendo, estoy en el escenario, me siento como una persona diferente. Típicamente soy más tímida, no hablo mucho y si hablo no es para tener esa atención que Estela demanda.
Ha sido una cosa muy especial para muchas personas. Es un lugar que trae magia y especialmente tiene la misión de traer a las mujeres juntas. Tenemos un espacio aquí donde podemos las mujeres desarrollarnos y traernos juntas para hacer algo bonito y algo que enseñe a las personas que las mujeres pueden hacer todo.
I need some Duolingo, hard as fuck. That was really cool. That was me, the Reckoning. Was it the black? Was it the black that gave it away? Yeah, I guess I can't rock any other look. All right, so that was so flaw. We do that every December. We're gonna keep the night going, okay? At 10 o'clock, Anastasia Pavlinskaya, Villain Theater's stand-up director, is going to be taking over the hosting, and she's going to bring to you some of the best comedians from all over the country. That's the great thing about this pandemic. We're all in the same bullshit, you know? So we're going to have some people from Chicago, New York, Miami, of course. We're always representing the 305, but it's going to be a really good time. So stay on this stream, even if the technical difficulties come up, even if Comcast starts to eat shit again, okay? Stay with us. We've got a bunch more for you coming. To wrap this up, we've got one more video for you. Another beautiful Hannah Artman, written and directed and edited and everything. She's a film and television renaissance woman. This next one is another near and dear to our hearts. It's called Dating from Home. Enjoy.
Hello.
Hey! Nice to meet you.
Oh, nice to meet you as well. I'm sorry, I don't know if I should be looking at the camera or if I'm doing this on the web.
What better way to like vet someone, you know? It's
Glad
like,
you said yes.
what?
That I said yes. I'm glad I said yes.
Oh, is that a?
No, that was just like allergies. I'm pretty sure.
It seemed pretty dry.
We can move past it.
What do you do for work?
Right now, as of right now, kind of nothing for obvious reasons.
Did you lose your job?
Yes, I did. But enough about me. Wow. What about you?
Oh, my job's stable.
Right.
But you know, my dad pays for my rent, so.
Oh, well, that helps. That's it.
Yeah.
I'm in judge-free zone. A cat didn't see that one. Do you think these headphones make me look weird? Should I take them off?
You know, I'm not sure I would say it's the headphones.
You think it's the whole general face? I am breaking out this week. Do you like books?
What?
What do you like to do for fun?
What do I like to what?
What do you like to do for fun?
I can't hear you. I physically can't hear you. Okay, now I can't. All right.
Sorry, I'm not tech savvy. What kind of dates were you on before you were doing the online version?
I like to go to bars, other bars. Cheers.
Oh, yep.
Is that milk?
No, it's vodka.
Like, this is the society we live in. Is it not?
I'm blue.
What movie?
Monty Python and the Holy Grail.
No! Oh my god, you don't know this movie? Oh, well, it's Deliverance.
I think I know who that is.
Oh, that was an accident. God.
No, it wasn't. Stop it.
You stop it. Look at us.
1, 2, 3, blue.
Blue.
Cheated. You are cheating.
I am not cheating.
First. 1, 2, 3, lasagna. See, I said it, you said it again.
Shut up. I'm not
out of my house. So you want kids? No, not at all.
This is Meek.
Meek, you're out of your mind, buddy. Bowling is like an intimate sport. You know, you're putting your hands into balls and you're. I don't even mean that the way it came out. I'm just gonna mute you for a bit.
You're gonna mute me.
Check it out. Have you been watching any movies lately?
I love history, so I've been watching a lot of drunk history.
Okay. I think it's factual. You know what I watched? Oh, man. So good. What's that called?
Fast Times at Ridgemont High. Meet the Fockers.
The Irishman.
Oh, the Irishman.
That was gonna kill me. Yeah.
Yeah. Maybe we could like stream a movie together sometime.
But yeah. It's you know what the best part about quarantine is? You get to wear this shirt, but you can be wearing.
Are you wearing pants?
Yeah, I'm wearing pants.
I'm sorry. I had a date with a guy last week, and he thought it'd be funny to.
I'm so sorry. No, I'm sorry. I'm wearing pants. I'm really sorry.
No, it's fine. It's not your fault.
It is like man's fault.
Oh, so you actually prefer this?
I can't leave. I don't want to leave the house at all. You're really pretty, and I'm having a good time, so I'm just gonna.
Oh, thank you. Oh, you have dust on the.
Oh, if you don't. Sorry, you don't want to.
You were kissing this.
No, it doesn't matter.
Who was there? Who was there? I was there.
How are you supposed to know if you're like?
I'm a person. I don't hate. Okay.
That's so good to hear.
Yeah, you get it. Oh my god, you get it.
So then I put a dash. I mean, I'm talking a dash of gasoline from the pump into a cup, and then I stir that in with my whiskey.
So was it good for you?
Yeah, it was really nice meeting you.
I had a wonderful time. Whenever I meet you, make sure to bring your tests.
Hey, don't go fall in love with me, all right? How do I get out of this? Press X? Okay, thanks. Bye.
But you have to...
what did I do?
You didn't...
Moron!
You didn't hang up. I can... Are you okay?
How did you think the date went?
I thought it was okay. She seemed alright.
Yeah, but I messed things up.
Jay, I can hear you and I can see you. I'll leave. It's no big deal.
I'm moving on. All right, goodbye.
That was written by one of our people, Hannah Artman, directed by Hannah Artman, everything Hannah Artman. And we're even going to see her do some stand-up next. I just want to say, before we kick it off to the stand-up, thank you so much for supporting this. It's obviously a huge change for us. We're trying so hard to stay consistent, bringing you the best damn Miami Improv you could ever hope for. And none of it would be possible without you. We did start a Patreon, so if you go to patreon.com/villaintheater, you can help us keep the lights on. That's right. You can also visit villaintheater.com and scroll all the way down and join our newsletter so you can stay up to date with everything. Follow us on Facebook, Instagram. This isn't going to change for a while, but we're going to be here every single Friday and Saturday night at 8 o'clock. Anastasia is going to be hosting open mics on Sundays from 4 to 6 p.m. So if you're also a comedian who would like to maybe get some time on air, reach out to Anastasia Pavlinskaya. And without further ado, let's get her on screen. Hey, girl. How you doing tonight?
Hey, girl. How's
Hi,
it
Anastasia.
Hey.
That was pretty fun, right? It was pretty crazy.
Yeah, it was pretty crazy. You know, I'm pretty sure that Comcast hates women. But okay.
That's for sure. So I think maybe we should take a break till 10 p.m. and you can come and start your stand-up show at 10 p.m. We'll be playing some dance music.
Yeah, let's get some dance music. Okay. You know, those of you who are #real fans, you know that margaritas won. So if you are home, make yourself a margarita, get yourself some wine. I have one ready for after the show, and get yourself going. And then we'll be back in just 8 minutes. We have lots of great featured comedians from all around the country, and it's nothing like you've ever seen. So get your shit ready and go.
Absolutely. Thank you, Anastasia. It's been my pleasure hosting you all for tonight. Thank you so much. This is Santos out.
Stopped sweating. I wore the wrong thing totally. Wore dogs to the beach. Long black socks. I never learned. I guess I'm a tropic goth wearing black to the beach. I'm munching on Litos from la cafeteria. Stunting on you hoes with la guaperia. Amidst your hate, my life is full of alegría. Get my nails done with the girls from Hialeah. Give them extra tip cause they make a bitch feel. Dropping all the hits at 1,000 degrees. Putting you on mute for my own sanity. Catch me in a mood when I'm on sativa. Have you ever thought about your own legacy? Baddest bitch ever, indisputably me. I had no choice, hija de Marielita. Santa Clara Holguín, but still me dicen gringa. Fuck y'all, you can suck what rhymes with piña. You forgot about la sabuesera. Get a little money, mommy turns into a fucking fiera. Thighs, clap thighs, rub everything better. Gym pants, high waist, crop top, sweater. Cubanita 305, la que más deseas. Acuérdense de mí. Espinas negras y lágrimas feliz. Acuérdense de mí. Espinas negras y lágrimas feliz.
Señorita with her margarita, mamacita. Incognita, her name Teresita, abuelita. She like them shots, poured up bottles pop. My favorita are the margaritas, mamacita. I'm out here so low, I got my drink, my pants are too low. I'm popping chulo. Who are you? What the hell you know? You think I'm hot, poured up bottles pop. Don't want no hoe, but why the hell you wear my black
Acuérdense de mí. Espinas negras y lágrimas feliz. Acuérdense de mí. Espinas negras y lágrimas feliz. Big J, Lil A,
and Dr. P.
It ain't your weed. Oh my god, this girl never has anything on her.
Bro, what's happening?
She's smoking my shit.
Jesus.
My god, girl, get a job. My god. Oh my god. And then she came around with her broke ass bitches. Oh my god. I had to tell her something. I went out on her. I said, bro, what'd you say? Now I gotta smoke out you and your friends. You a dumb bitch with all your split ends. Have you drowning coming back with the bands? Bitch, try me to get 100 of my friends. Have you fallen back wishing you were dead? Twist your titties right hook to your head. Pop, pop. Feel yourself about to feel my wrath instead. Square up, bitch, you're nearing your end. I'm a peaceful lady, truly. All you bitches swear you knew me. Swear to God, bitch, I'll handle you cruelly. Destroy your life, then walk away coolly.
Damn.
I know.
You let that bitch know.
I had to. I really had to. What did you tell that other bitch?
Bro, I'm about to go off. Coming around here, you be acting like you're fooling. Take a minute, chill, just try to cool it. Something about to pop, something about to go down. If you ain't trying to book it.
Chill.
Nah.
You're losing it.
Stealing weed? No.
But these bitches better know. They have to know.
They can't
have
be broke.
to know.
It ain't your weed. Yo, pass the J.
Baby J.
Mighty Dree.
We here.
Tryna blaze. Stay in this daze. Smoke weed all day.
All day, all day, all day.
420.
420.
I be blazing every day.
I'm still blazing.
I got 2 brain cells left. They're still functioning. What the fuck are you doing? Smoke weed every day.
Every day.
420.
420.
Hey, Lil Leon here. I be blazing every day in the gustativa. A hybrid, I like it. I got a habit of grinding a salad to get lit. A big one, a small one, finito. We all done. You get high, I get high. We get high to get by. That's why we so tight and we don't fight. Now sweet dreams and good night.
420. 420.
I be blazing every day.
I'm still blazing.
420.
420.
I be blazing every day.
I'm still blazing. I'm still blazing.
Ooh, ah, ooh.
Alex wants to have a baby after listening to that music. Damn, those jams. All right, guys. My name is Anastasia Pavlinskaya. You may have seen me a little bit earlier during the improv stuff, but now we're in the stand-up portion of We Persist. Before I get started with any of my jokes, I really want to just bring out all the beautiful ladies that we're going to be having onto this show tonight. Let me just see your faces, comedians. I really want to see you. We have comedians from all over the country. It's so crazy. It's awesome. The fact that, like, you know, coronavirus, it sucks. This whole thing sucks. But a silver lining of social distancing and quarantine is that we can do comedy shows together from across the country. It's really cool. But I'm going to get us started right now. You know, you'll see more of these ladies. If you want to see them, stay tuned on the stream. Like, that's what you got to do. It's, you know, that's a thing. It's a thing. We're all on the interwebs now. But, you know, I am just, it's been such an experience here because normally you would see me on the Villain Theater stage. I am the director of stand-up at Villain, and it's like, it's been my home. It really has been. And now transitioning into this time, it's like, it's been very stressful because, I mean, life has been good. You know, I'm a young Russian American immigrant. And yeah, I don't know if you've seen the news, but before this whole coronavirus thing, like, we were the talk of the fucking town. We were the talk of the town. And it was like, life was good because of that. But also because I've been dating my boyfriend for like almost a year and a half now, guys. It's been good. It's like about that time when people have been asking me, they're like, so, you know, are you gonna move in with him? I'm like, no, screw that. I'm an independent woman. Yeah. I'm so independent that I would much rather assert my independence by living with my parents. Yes. I live with my parents, Natalia and Oleg. Yes, they are Russian Spider-Man fans. And it's been quite the experience because, like, they were very strict with me growing up, and living at home now, like, I totally feel like a quarantine-ager. Yeah. For sure. You know, it's one of those things where, like, it's the same thing as me being a 14-year-old because most of my interactions with my boyfriend right now, since I don't live with him, are over Animal Crossing. And, like, I literally can't go anywhere. So it's the same thing. I mean, they're so strict with me. I love them. Like, I'm blessed. They're not making me pay rent, living in their house. So, like, I can't complain. But, like, they were so just damn strict with me growing up. I mean, I remember asking them about just, like, I'm like, Mom, Natalia, can I play soccer? She's like, no, Anastasia, you cannot play football. If you play football, you'll break your legs, you'll have crooked legs, and no man will ever want to marry you. I was 7 years old, okay? Jesus. And then I got a little bit older. I remember asking my dad, I was like, Dad, you know, can I get braces? Like, everyone's got them. Like, no, Anastasia. You know, the kids in the park, they used to beat up kids with braces back in Russia. I will not have that for my daughter. I will not. Yeah, my dad is the guy from The Room. Oh, hi, Mom. I got a little bit older, and I realized, I'm like, okay, you know what? Straight legs, crooked teeth, still no husband. So something sketchy. And I did some digging, and that's when I found out we had just been broke as hell that entire time. Shit's expensive. No, I mean, it's good. Things are better. Things are better in my life. Like, my parents, we worked our way up. We had the American dream. Like, my dad became a pilot in the United States.
Wow.
But, you know, now it doesn't fucking matter because I don't even know if those industries will survive after all of this coronavirus stuff. And we worked our way up and we think things got better. And it's like it is a little bit of like a lull in all of our lives because we're like things are paused for a bit. And all I know is like there's gonna be a lot of fucking babies after this. I was online and I look and it's like national condom shortage and I'm like, oh my god. And people are stupid. I mean, people are weird and they name their kids like super topical things like Archie after the royal baby, Cardi B, COVID-19. Bear with me. I think COVID-19 would be a great name for a baby, okay? Because like COVID-19, babies, their smiles are infectious. And just like COVID-19, if I were about to hear that I was going to have a baby, I would definitely try to get rid of that shit immediately. Yeah, no. It's definitely like I've had a lot of time to think to myself about just like my life and my childhood and all these different things. And one of the things I've really been thinking about is the fact that like right now I have a great relationship, but things were weird before then. Like I remember like I was dating this one guy back in the day. And right before, like, he plunged, he asked me, like, are you ready to get fucked? Which is, like, cringy. Full consent, okay? Which is, like, how I feel when people ask me if I'm going to vote for Joe Biden. Because it's cringy, but it does not feel like consent anymore. Are you ready to get fucked? People tell me that I don't sound Russian. Like I came here when I was 3, so like it's different. They tell me I sound a lot more like Lizzie McGuire. Probably because that's where I learned the majority of my English from. I used to sit in front of the TV like as a kid with Disney Channel and the closed captions. I'd be like, hey now, this is what the American dream is made. And like that movie, it's just that movie, I got problems with it because like I went to Italy when I was like 18 out of high school. I tried to meet a Paolo. I tried to go on a Vespa and, do the thing, and I almost got human trafficked. Like, it's not a human trafficking joke. I just gotta set the record straight. If you haven't seen the Lizzie McGuire movie, that movie is just 2 steps away from being taken. Young girl goes to Europe, meets a handsome man. Parents go to Europe to save her. The only difference is that Taken made it to 3 movies, and the Lizzie McGuire reboot can't even get past the 2nd episode because the showrunner quit. And now I don't know why I even have Disney Plus anymore. But so you would regularly see me on the Villain Theater stage. I'd be doing improv and stand up and all that stuff. And I started doing improv because I wanted to become a better actress. And when I started doing improv, like my coach was just like, listen, like you gotta stop playing like these Lizzie McGuire characters. You gotta break out of your shell. You know what? Play a man. Play a man. You should play a man. So I downloaded Tinder, scheduled a bunch of dates, and I did not show up on any of them. And I'm still not a better actress. I'm gonna leave you guys with this though. Times are tough. I know. But I realized that no matter how tough you think times are, like if you looked at old family photos, I don't know what happened to those people, but they didn't smile for shit. Like, who hurt you? Okay. Like, I've been sitting at home and I've been looking at all these photos of like my Russian family members, and it's just like, is Cold War just a term for resting bitch face? Like, like I was looking at this photo of my great grandmother, and it was at her engagement, and it's just as if she was just like, "Da, Pavel, I will marry you. Let's take photo to celebrate the happiest moment of our lives." Fast forward a bit. Baby's born. I've been in labor for 72 hours. We've been dry humping for 9 years. Let's take photo to celebrate the beginning of our family. Zoom into the placenta covered baby, just like. And then unfortunately, my great grandmother, she did pass away. I because all people do. And it's just I'm sorry. Because like someone should have had to talk with you, okay? She did pass away, and it was like I was looking at her photos from her wake, and she was just like, maybe I'll be born in Russia next life. Yay! All right, guys. That is my time, but we have so many great comedians coming up for you. I'm so excited. Up next, we have Casey Conley.
Woo! Yay! Oh, is that my intro?
You came on a little early, girl.
I didn't know that my video turning on. We're just making shit up, you guys. I didn't know. I jumped.
I didn't for her full-blown intro. Okay.
No, that was a great intro. I don't give a crap.
Clean comic.
I would prefer to use a different name if you want to get down to.
She has a podcast.
No. Okay.
She worked for Leno and Ellen. Yes, we love her. Give it up for Casey Conley.
Yay! Okay. Sorry about that. Cheers, everybody. Thanks for the intro. I'm sorry I messed your intro up, but you did a great job anyway. And thanks for having me. I love that the first woman on this like super femme show is like kind of looks like a dude. Like, I thought we were watching like We Persist Ladies. What's with this guy here? No, I am in fact a woman. I'm a lesbian lady, and I'm actually I'm maybe enjoying this quarantine a little too much because no one's asked me for at least 3 weeks if I want to have kids, and it's refreshing, really, because like my wife and I will be out in the world. And people ask us this constantly. And that's a pretty normal question. It's not a big deal. But I think the issue comes when it's because we're gay, it ends up being way too personal. You know, it's like, oh, are you guys going to have kids? Who would have them? How are you going to get pregnant? Do you have a sperm donor? And I'm just like, whoa. I just want to order an appetizer. You know what I mean? Oh my gosh. Do you guys remember ordering appetizers? How much fun was that, by the way? Miss it. Anyway, we get asked all the time back when we could interact with people again if we wanted to have kids. And I like took to like just making fun when people would ask us. I'd be like, let's just play with them. And they'd be like, oh, do you guys want to have kids? And I'd be like, only gay ones. Talk to me when you can control it. Yeah. I like to have a fun time with it, you know, because like you don't ask straight people that. You're never like at a barbecue, you know what I mean, with like Tim and Diane, just like, how are you guys going to get pregnant? And they're just like, oh, well, we want to raise the baby Catholic, so we're going to go missionary. Like that doesn't happen. I wish it would, you know, I do. I think that'd be a fun conversation. But it doesn't work like that. And it's funny too, because like people are like, oh, like somebody asked us recently if we were going to get a surrogate. I was like, there's already 2 women in this relationship. You want us to bring in a third? Like, are you insane? You know, we'd have like 3 women living in one house and nobody would kill the spiders. I know you guys are looking at me like, with that haircut, you won't kill bugs? No! Don't put me in a box. I'm not that kind of lesbian, okay? I am not a Home Depot gay, all right? Like, at best, I'm like Target automotive section. And I'm only there for air fresheners, okay? So just leave me alone. And it's not that we can't work either. Like, I want that to be clear. Like, people asking if we want a surrogate and stuff. I'm like, everything works, okay? I just like to think of myself as like an antique car owner, you know? Well, not that antique. Okay, I'm 33. But, you know, it's getting closer every day, though. But, like, I'm confident everything is in working order. I just don't want to road test it. You know what I mean? Like, I don't want to figure it out. So, anyway, plus, like, think of the maintenance expense if I were to road test it. I don't want any, that's children and how much they cost, in case that analogy wasn't clear. Just be over here explaining my jokes. That's fine. It's funny, though, like, because I'm a woman, I'm supposed to be like this mother figure, but I really think of myself as more of a coach figure. You know what I mean? Less like reading you bedtime stories and more just like high-fiving you and telling you did a good job. Plus, if I can just be honest for a second, I think babies are boring. No? Is it just me? I've never heard a baby tell a good story. I'm just saying, never once. I think that babies are like a bad Michael Bay movie. Okay? Or no, I'm sorry. Babies are like Michael Bay movies. Right, because it starts like there's something super exciting, some action sequence, sex, and then right, and it starts very exciting, and then there's just no plot, no character development. You're just stuck with this thing, and you're like, when is it over? When is it done? I'm over it. You know, it's just like a Michael Bay, because like stuff's exploding, you know, you don't know where liquid is coming from. And then I don't know. Can you tell I don't have a child? I'm like trying to write a joke about having a kid, and I'm like, what do babies do? They pee and poop, I guess. Let's write about that. Anyway. I do have nieces and nephews, and I like them. So, like, as far as like Rotten Tomatoes goes, like I would never give a baby more than like 12%. But my nieces and nephews can get a full 15. They're pretty spectacular. Again, we're talking about babies being movies. This is a weird analogy. I get it. I feel like I have to keep reminding you of what we're talking about. Maybe I don't. Maybe it's just the lack of reaction from a real audience makes me feel very unsettled. So just like the rest of America, I am quarantined right now. I am with my wife, and we are with our dog. And the bigger problem, though, in all of this is really that about a week before the quarantine hit, we decided to go vegan. Yeah, I mean, what a great idea. Why not test our marriage and like really put it out on the ropes during a quarantine and take out meat? Good idea. I'm just saying, like, there's people, like couples, like fighting about what to watch on Netflix, and all of our standards have gone down. I've watched Tiger King. I watched Love is Blind, for crying out loud, which is just like watching a bunch of lesbians date. Can we just be honest about that for a second? Well, you want to get to know the person's soul first? Yeah, that's lesbians. You want to say I love you before this first date? That is a lesbian. Anyway, I'm just saying, couples are like fighting over what to watch on Netflix. Try doing all of that without a damn cheeseburger, okay? That is what I'm dealing with. And I have never been so on edge. Honestly, I think I could handle the quarantine thing. Being vegan is way worse. And it's terrible. If I have to find a silver lining, and I think it's important that you do find some positivity in all this, the silver lining of being a vegan is that there is no shortage of tofu at the store. No one is touching that shit. In fact, I've had to throw away 2 packages because the expiration date was March of last year. And I was like, how long has this been sitting there? There's plenty of that garbage on the shelves at your local grocery store and in my refrigerator. I'm just saying, you can have it. please take it. I also like when we decided to do this like vegan thing, we both promised each other that we wouldn't be those vegans that like talk about it nonstop, you know, like it's like all you can talk about. And I feel like it doesn't count if I'm complaining, right? Like I'm not out here knocking on doors trying to get you to join my cult. Okay. I'm like begging you to help me escape, right? Just like, please send help or like queso, anything. I'll take it all. But to be honest, like quarantined people and vegans actually have a lot in common. If you think about it, you know, like we're both drinking more than ever, you know, cheers to that. For both vegans and quarantine people, it's all we can talk about. And we both watch Tiger King. So, hey, we're the same people. No, in truth, I'm learning a lot of things during quarantine. Like I'm learning a lot about myself. I'm learning about social distancing, flattening the curve, collecting unemployment. No, I'm just kidding. I was definitely collecting unemployment before all this. Don't be ridiculous. I'm a comedian. The social distancing thing is kind of new for me, though. I'd never heard that term before. Like I knew what the act was, but I was in college, I was in a sorority, and we always just called that girls' night. You know what I mean? Like that's how we kept the creeps like 6 feet away. I was just like, oh no, sorry, it's girls' night. Like, stay back. It does actually feel like, in a weird way, quarantine has felt like reverting to college for me. You know, because I just played virtual beer pong, like seriously an hour ago. And it's just like, it's weird though, because it's like this version of beer pong is just me and my wife in our kitchen. And it's like, this has never felt so safe before. It's actually a really fun game when you don't have to like worry about how you're getting home. Yeah. Also, like, I feel like I'm learning new things, like as a lesbian and as a person in the world. We're all like in this race to be productive during quarantine, which is silly. Like, just go waste time. It doesn't matter. But in that, I decided, I was like, what's the better time to learn how to play the guitar, I guess. So I've been trying to learn that, and my fingers have never been so sore. And like, yeah, seriously. And also they're really sore from trying to learn how to play the guitar. So that's weird. Parents are watching, and I just want to hear they're like, we didn't know you made these kinds of jokes, Casey. I do. So I've been trying to keep busy in this whole thing, and a friend of mine made a quarantine scavenger hunt. Maybe you've heard of these before. She put together this whole thing. It was like a list, and she's like, you got 1 hour, you walk around your neighborhood, and you have to try and take pictures of all these things, right? And the stuff on the list was like a black cat, or like try and find a tree stump, or like some litter. And it was supposed to be like a pick-me-up and give you something to do. But instead, it just made me feel like my neighborhood is trash. Like, I found way too much litter. Like, that was way too easy. And my black cat actually only had 3 legs. I was like, why are there tree stumps on every street? Like, this shouldn't be this easy. I think it's supposed to be harder than this. So, yeah, I was like, this is terrible. This is a gross idea, and I've never felt worse. Anyway, I'm like, I feel like, is everyone having fun? Is there anything happening in the chat room? Do people care? I'm just going to scroll up, and it's not relevant, but Lisa says your life is meaningless if you don't watch. Oh, that's really sweet. I was really going down the rabbit hole with your life is meaningless. And I'm so glad she said if you don't watch. Because it could have really taken a turn. Is there any, I don't know if there's anyone. Tiger King is worth it if you're from Oklahoma or Florida. Worth what, though? Is worth it to know what people think of you? Is that what you're trying to say? Because that's really all you're getting at. And then Villain Theater just says 69. I guess we hit 69 people watching, and we're all little 12-year-olds. So 69, everybody. Anyway, okay. So I wanted to tell you guys a fun little story, and this is for my parents who are certainly watching, I'm sure. my mom called me during this thing, and she was like, she tried to tell me that someone hacked her phone. Calm down before you try to feel anything for her. My mom's like the sweetest, and she loves everyone, and she's the best, by the way. Among my group of friends, we call her Mrs. Weasley, right? Like, she would knit you a sweater. It doesn't matter. And but she's also very suspicious of everything related to technology. Like, she doesn't even use Apple Maps because it's like, well, they're tracking you. I can't trust it. And I'm like, it's trying to give you directions to the pharmacy. And she's like, I don't trust it. Just let me write those down. Like, she called me the other day and she was like, should I accept cookies? And I was like from the Girl Scouts? Like, what are you saying? And she was like, no, from the internet. And I was like, oh yeah, for sure. You can say yes to those. That's not a big deal. And then she was like, well, the website I was on just like froze and asked me if I could accept cookies. So I just called you. And I was like, yes, you can accept cookies. It's okay. But she called me the other day and tried to tell me that her phone got hacked. And I was being like a good daughter. I was like, what happened? And she told me that her phone sent a text message to my Aunt Sheila, so her sister. And it said it just sent like a question mark. And I was like, Mom, you were not hacked. You butt texted your sister. Like, call me when you get an email from a Nigerian prince. Then we've got a problem. Like, can we just step back here? And like, who would want to hack my mom's iPhone 5S? Like, like, I love her and she's great, but like, I don't know what they're trying to steal. Like, are they trying to get in there and like mess with her pill reminders? Like, what? You know what I mean? Like, are they trying to mess with your grocery coupons? Like, I don't know what they're trying to get in your phone for. Or like, let's say there's a whole big group of millennials in this like scheme to get boomers to die by messing with their medication pill reminders. Like, what a long con that would be. Give it to millennials to try and like outsmart them that way. I don't know. It was weird. Also, my mom is like, Mom, I'm sorry. I love you. My mom is like getting up. She's retirement age. We'll leave it at that. She's watching. I don't want to throw her under the bus. She's retirement age. So like, if she's got nudes on her phone, they're just like her trying to check a mole. You know what I mean? Like, she's just like trying to send it to her doctor. Oh gosh, I've never done this in front of her before. Is she in the chat room? I feel terrible. She probably wouldn't have accepted whatever allows her to talk in the chat room. So I think we're safe. But I have to say, I love that she thought that there was a hacker out there that was just sending text messages to her sister. Like, there's just this hacker out there that's just like, you know what? I'm getting online today and I'm going to reconnect some lost loved ones. Right now, I want Aunt Sheila to call Aunt Sandy and they're going to talk about what's going on in their lives. Like, it's just like the Ricky Lake of hackers, just like, this is your sister! It's absurd. Anyway, you guys have been a lot of fun. If you liked me, if you enjoyed this, please follow me. You can find me everywhere. My name, Casey, Kaycee, Faux Show. Casey Faux Show on everything. I made it when I was 13. I apologize. Thanks so much for watching. And please enjoy all the rest of the comedians we have tonight. I'm excited. Enjoy. Bye.
Yes. All right. Also, for all the comedians, if obviously they're not getting paid for this, so if the comedians on YouTube want to drop in their Venmos, if you like a comedian, like, support them. They're hustling. This is a job. They lost out on gigs, so this is #support small business. But if not, then whatever. This is a freebie. It's okay. We're cool with it. Thank you for inviting us into your homes. But one more time for Casey. That was awesome. Hell yes. Yes, yes.
Yay, thank you.
Alrighty, coming up next to the stage, one of my really good friends. She's an improviser at Villain Theater. She is obviously a stand-up comedian. She's a singer, and she's just amazing. Let's give it up for the one, the only, Stephanie Casanova.
Yay! Hello, everybody, and welcome to my quarantine live from my grandmother's house. That's right. I'm Stephanie. A little about myself. I'm 32. I'm divorced. Fun fact. Yeah, I think, one day I just realized that I had married like a literal piece of shit.
Yeah. Just like the worst of the worst guys, you know? And yeah, if I think about it, there were a lot of red flags. For one, he was always the type of guy that liked to go to strip clubs, right? Which is, it's fine, you know, I'm open-minded. But one day he came to me and he's like, Stephanie, do you like bikini waxes? Do you get them often? I'm like, yeah, sure, you know, from time to time, I guess, when I have to. Why? He goes, well, Paula from the club has been doing the at-home kits and she's getting a little irritation. Do you have any advice for her? And I'm like, Paula the stripper from the strip club? Okay, weird, right? And my first thought was, what the fucking kind of savage does the at-home kits? Like, who does that, right? And secondly, like, what the fuck is he doing talking to Paula about her pussy? Like, looking at it, sure, okay. Stuffing dollar bills down it, that's fine. But problem solving with Paula about her vagina is where I draw the line, guys. I draw the line. So now he's with Paula and her bumpy ass pussy. You do. So that was my marriage. Okay. And I've been single for like 2 years. And, you know, this whole coronavirus thing has really just put a big dump on my single life. Okay. Not much action going on right now. But pre-quarantine, you know, it's fun. I kind of like dating, you know, and I kind of wanted to make it a little bit interesting. So I took it upon myself to become somewhat of a sexual researcher of sorts, right? And I kind of took a myth-busting approach to this, right? I wanted to crack down on these stereotypes that are out there, right? Like bigger is better. Everybody loves a big dick. Sure. Okay. Yes. Big dicks are lovely. Don't get me wrong. Okay. But a lot of these guys don't even know how to use their big dicks. Right. I mean, as a woman, I'm expected to suck your dick while breathing through my nose at the same time, mind you. Okay. I mean, sometimes there's hair pulling, like it gets complicated. And yet these fuckers can't even maneuver their own member that's attached to their person. What the fuck? What is that? I mean, I think it's just laziness, right? To a certain point. Like, if you ask me the problem with dating these days, it's these big lazy dicks. Honestly, I don't like them. I don't. So another myth that I came across was that guys think that girls like it when they shave their junk. Yeah, it's really interesting. And I kind of understand, like, I think that they think that it makes it look bigger, right? Or something. And sure, like if you're with a girl for the first time, then yeah, you know, first impressions, I get it. But if you've been with a girl more than once, right? Like she's seen your dick. Like she knows what your dick looks like, right? Like you've been inside me. Like I know. Like you're not fooling anybody at this point, right? I don't know. Like this guy that I was dating, we were dating for about a year. And one day he comes to me in nothing but a towel and a smile on his face. Okay. And he drops the towel and does one of these. Yeah. Sexy. And he like shimmies a little bit. He does a little dance for me. And he goes, I shaved it for you. And I'm like, oh my God. Wow. Like mind blown, right? Like crazy. No, guys, not really. I mean, I shaved my entire body to be here tonight. Like, you just shaved your junk. Like, fuck you, right? Like, fuck you. I mean, I think something maybe better would be like some bells hanging off the balls that I could play with. Kind of cool. Huh? Or maybe better yet, like a little creature that like pokes its head out and like greets me as I reach for the back. Huh? Like I'm not saying I want to gerbil up your ass, but I'm saying I want the effort. I want the effort. Me. So the final myth that I will leave you with is the one of the Italian stallion. I don't know if you guys in the audience have heard, but these guys are supposed to be the best of the best, okay? Some quality meats out there. But not so much. Not so much.
Oh gosh.
Yeah. Let me tell you about this guy. So we go on a date. It goes well. And we go back to his place to have sex. And he makes the move to go down on me. And I'm all about it. I mean, I think when I was younger, I was like a little timid about it, right? But now that I'm older, I'm like shoving men's heads down there. Like, it's aggressive. It's aggressive, guys. So he makes the move to go down on me. And I kind of like lean back to enjoy myself. But to my surprise, he doesn't go down on me. Okay. Instead, he chooses to spit on my vagina. And not even like a gentlemanly spit, okay? No. He gathers all the shit in the back of his throat, okay? Does like one of those. Yeah. And I'm like, oh my God, are you okay? Like, what's happening, right? And all of a sudden, I see a thick, lumpy string of spit heading towards my vagina. Okay? And it's quick. It like smacks my vagina and then he's in, right? There's like no way for me to like stop the process, right? And I'm just laying there. I'm laying there and I'm like, this fucking guy just spit on me. Like, what the fuck, right? Like, I'm pissed. I'm like, God, I am so over this. I am not dating anymore. I'm not going to take this. I'm putting my foot down, right? And then I fucked him 2 more times. And then I said, enough. You gotta know your limits, ladies. Thanks, guys. That's my time. Peace out there.
Get up one more time for Stephanie.
Woo!
It's so funny because all the lesbians in the chat of our comedian chat are like, "What is a gentlemanly spit?" Casey goes, "I'm gay."
Seriously, I was like, "Wait, what?"
It is hard out there.
Yeah, it is rough.
It is rough. I don't know. Give it up for Stephanie for even going through that shit. All righty. So coming up next to the virtual stage, she has been actually frequenting our virtual open mics and all that stuff. She is amazing, hilarious, and I'm like a Miami comedy legend. She is Rhett Thompson, the skirt, everyone.
Woo! Woo! Thank you so very much. Can everyone hear me? I just want to make sure.
Yes.
Because, perfect, right? Because, you know, I'm here reporting from the comedy bunker. Hello. That's what's happening back here. I just want to apologize to everyone. I pretty much blasted this show all over like Instagram and Facebook, promoting it. And I just feel like my people back home in Ohio are like, damn, like so disappointed. like I'm gonna let you know it's okay. It's okay. Because this show is this is my chance to get away. That is why I'm here in this little corner of my bedroom. Like I have to get away from my family because right now, let's see, my dude is going half blind. My kid is going through this weird emo phase where he wants to always wear black clothing, and we live in Miami. And my mom is suffering Donald Trump syndrome. So there's a lot happening. I need to do what I can to like stay sane. Like when like I'm a Democrat, and so I have a lot of like neoliberal friends, and they always say, "Rhett, like why aren't you as infuriated as us? Like, you know, when you hear Donald Trump talking, like doesn't that make you mad?" And I say, no, it really doesn't, because I have my own mini Donald Trump sitting in my living room. My mother, my Japanese mother, like living very odd, weird, virtual, alternate universe, because like I've been trying to convince her for weeks, like, hey, we got to be careful going out. You can't go out. You're older. Like, you have medical conditions. We really can't do this. And she's like, oh, you just want me to stay inside. Like I'm in jail. Like, you keep me in room, you just put food in front of my door, like I'm going to die. You just want me to die so you can have all my money. And I'm like, are you serious? Like, you see what my part of the comedy bunker looks like. Like, what am I inheriting? Like, besides a bunch of like old shopping bags and random sugar packets that you stole from Denny's. Like, that is not the wealth that I plan on inheriting. So, but I do want to let you guys know that this is going to be a fabulous show. It's going to be really awesome. But I do want you to know, like, to me, it's doing these virtual mics. It's like a representation of how the mighty have fallen. And when I mean the mighty, I mean myself. Like, case in point. It's kind of like, if I want to think about my comedy and my comedy career, like there was a time, like Anastasia was saying, I was on my way to being somebody, and now I'm here and here just doing this. It's kind of like when you go into let's say you go into a strip club in the middle of Hodunkville, Florida, little shack where people just take off their clothes for money, and then in walks in like a Stormy Daniels type, like beautiful, blonde, bouncing in all the right places. You're like, oh my God, doing very tasteful pornography. That is going to be kind of like the professional comics that you're going to see tonight. And then your eyes scan over the bar, and then you see there's like that one stripper, like that's not even giving lap dances, but has a lot of patrons surrounding them. Like, it's not even like she's doing something. It's more like they've formed a bit of a support group around her, and they're like, they're there. You really are a niche stripper. Like, who cares that you wandered in here one day thinking that this was a Burger King, looking for a job because you couldn't afford your internet bill and so couldn't submit your application online, and you came in here and they said, hey, I think we do need a cook for 5-cent wing Wednesdays. We could use you. And then someone called out and they were like, hey, you could be that niche stripper that we need just to fill up some time right here. That could be you. Right here. The mighty right here. South East places. That's what's happening here. That's what's happening. How much time do I have?
About 2. Are you 5 to 7? You're good.
Well, because I just feel like we've built such a rapport that I feel like I wanna clear the air on some things.
Okay, wait. Are you okay? Okay. Are you done?
I'm just about done. Yeah.
Okay, go back on. You have 2 more minutes.
Oh no, then let me just like clear the air on this, because I know that what happens is when I pop up on stage, when I pop up, like people are always like saying like what is she about? Who is she? Full of mystery. So I want to tell you, I do want to tell you this, that I do tell people that even though my mom is Japanese and my father is African American, I do identify as Black. And so, of course, being down here in Florida, specifically Miami, I always get that question that I never got growing up in Ohio, which is, Red, well, you're Black, but what kind of Black are you? Like, are you like are you like Jamaican Black, like really hardworking, have multiple jobs, but hate regular Black Americans? Or are you like Haitian Black, like, like you speak very angrily, even though you're just discussing the price of melons, but really hate regular Black Americans? And I say, I'm more of a visual type of explainer, so maybe I'll do it this way. I'm more of a that kind of Black, like Negro spiritual Black. And I was trying to do the this motion, but then I realized it looks like that I'm just like, I don't know, stabbing the air with like my fingers, like some bad blackjack dealer. Yeah, my people were more like more of the picking of the cotton folks, those folks, you know. So I don't know. See how it got really silent and awkward. It got really like interestingly racial, but not like it won't be like this for the rest of the show, people. I love it when like I'm on a roll, and then I like to bring everything to a screeching halt. Just to make it that much more interesting for every other comic that's coming on after me. Okay, well, I'm going to leave you with this one last piece of advice from my mom, because even though as much as we're going through, my mom, she's always been very supportive of my dreams and my goals in doing this, right? So years ago, she called me to her side. I was about to go to an open mic, and she said, you could be movie star. Not quite Halle Berry type of movie star. Maybe you be weird friend of Halle Berry that nobody in movies like. Or maybe you be extra in pivotal restaurant scene behind Halle Berry. Way behind Halle Berry. So when I go to movie with my friend Peggy, I say, "Oh, Peggy, my daughter, she is in movie. This is so exciting." And then Peggy will say, "Is that her with the hair?" And I say, "No, that is Cloud. That is Cloud over there." No. Or better yet, because I know you need money, and your type not going to get cast very often. Maybe you be in catering staff, and then you feed Halle Berry. Always work, except for now, coronavirus. All right, well, thank you so much. I'm Rhett Thompson. You can hit me up. PayPal. Not doing the Venmo, PayPal, because I'm there. Thanks, guys.
You know what's so funny? When I started comedy in Miami, I had heard when they were like just dudes in Miami, there was the skirt. And I performed with her until these virtual shows got started. So it's really cool to be able to do that. So give it up one more time for Rhett. That was great. Alrighty. Coming up next to the stage, she's the musical director of Villain Theater. She is the musical director of just life at Munimi Theater, and she does a lot of great different things. Let's get up for Priscilla Blanco, everyone!
Thank you, Anastasia, and thank you, Villain Theater, for having me tonight. And yeah, I am a musician. I'm a music director. I do all sorts of music things. I teach music as well. And the reason I love to do that is because I would love to make sure that people have the joy of being able to make music. And anyone that you meet will probably tell you, yeah, P makes everybody sing. And that is a fact. Why? So you can tell that depressed motherfucker when you were 5 or 6 that told you to shut the fuck up to go fuck themselves, all right? Honestly, you should be able to sing if you want to, all right? And this is how I ended up teaching middle school for 5 years. All of my friends were like, "Oh my God, you're gonna teach middle school? That's like the worst age group." And I was like, "Oh my God, y'all literally hate children." They're not that bad. If you think about it, kids in middle school are just trying to deal with like hormonal acne and figure out who the fuck they are. And I think these experiences, I had some kids who were super awesome, some kids who were like amazingly talented. They were like all about being part of band and music and all that. And then, I had kids who were like faking seizures. So that was, but I ended up kind of having this like kind of like a community of kids, and they were able to develop a skill. So, all those adults now who are like, what do I do in quarantine? I've already binge watched Tiger King and Netflix like 10 times. you should have joined band in middle school. And life is full of realizations though. For example, I was a Jehovah's Witness. Yeah, Casey, I was part of that cult. Yeah, I grew into that. I was born into it. And not everything is bad. You learn some useful skills. For example, like how to deal with like crazy scenarios, dogs chasing you, also like running into the kids that you know from school, and then you're gonna have to see them on Monday, and then you're like, fuck, this is awkward. Also just dealing with the heat. You're literally outside preaching on doors like in skirts. My little thighs were chafing all the time. It was hard. And one time I ended up kind of knocking on a door with my cousin. I was 9 years old. And I got my little pamphlet and I prepared my presentation. And I'm like, okay, here I go. Hello? Hello? Yeah, I see you through that peephole. I see you. Yeah, little 9-year-old me can see you. And out comes bulging in his underwear. And I'm like, hi, today we're visiting our neighbors, and we're discussing God's kingdom. Is it real? Busy. So, I'll come back another day. I go and I meet the group of elders and brothers and sisters, and they're like, you did so great, Sister P, oh my God. And I was like, wow, y'all literally hate children. But as I continue to have all these realizations, I also realized I was gay as fuck. And when you're a Jehovah's Witness, that's like a big no-no. You're not welcome into the community if you are gay or lesbian or identify in any any part of that spectrum. So for my sister, this was like a really weird kind of situation to deal with. She's like, what? Okay. I didn't even know how. Like, what? You're not gonna inherit God's kingdom. And I was like, no. See my reaction when Sandra Bullock came out of that warehouse after her makeover in Miss Congeniality? Here, AAF. All right. But again, as we continue to realize things, even though our relationship was a little bit strained at that point in time, my mom ended up passing away when I was 12, and my dad passed away when I was 22.
Oh, wow.
And that kind of forced us to like deal with each other, which I guess that was the good thing about that situation. And, I learned a bunch of other things, like how to grow up a little bit faster, how to kind of just like cope with the pain and like find things that bring happiness into your life. And, but still things are a little bit weird sometimes with her. For example, the other day she came in and during quarantine, and she's like, hey, I brought you soup. And I was like, oh, thank you. Meanwhile, I had been hanging up art that I hadn't had a time to do it. So during quarantine, I was like getting frames and putting all my shit up. And actually, I'm gonna grab it so you could see it. She comes in and she sees this.
Oh.
And I'm like, yeah, thank you. And she's like, bueno, I'm gonna go. And I'm like, bitch, I know you saw that shit. Don't lie to me. Don't fucking lie to me. But at the end of the day, I meet her halfway in between, and we, learn to like agree to disagree. And quarantine, it doesn't, necessarily bring all bad things. Again, we have been forced to deal with each other, which is kind of cool. And that's my time, y'all. Thank you.
Woo! Let's get up for Priscilla Blanco, everyone. I cannot wait till we're back at Villain and she is out there on the keys So if you guys have not visited Villain, if you guys are not from Miami, whatever, I don't know where someone's from South Korea is watching this. Like, that's crazy. Priscilla does the music for like everything. She is on the piano during our musical improv shows and does like a whole like 30-minute piano thing and creates songs on the spot. It's so amazing. So just give it up one more time for her because she is a superstar, okay? Yes. Alrighty. Coming up next to the stage, one of my good friends. She's one of my co-collaborators on VTTV. You may have seen her sketches earlier in the improv earlier. Just a really great person overall. Let's give it up for Hannah Artman, everyone.
Woo! Thank you, Anna. Thank you. Now, for the rest of you, I'd like to welcome you to Slut School. That's right. You have come to the right place. Now, here at Slut School, we'll be addressing common mistakes and misconceptions made by single women all across modern society. And although you may abhor a term like slut, relax. We're here to help with that too. You see, there's nothing bad about being a slut. Because no matter how much we've gained in terms of equality, we still live in a man's world. So we have to adopt the standards and language of a man. So be it. We're not here at the expense of men who have slighted us on dates, in the workplace, and pretty much everywhere else. Although discussion of these circumstances will be a significant part of the curriculum, we are here to identify areas where women can support each other and improve upon our ability to succeed, to grow, and to be able to spot a man with a big head and small ego in just a matter of seconds, without even having to sleep with him. Now, my expertise and experience comes from over 10 years of casual dating, infidelity, and that time I worked at a strip club. So, needless to say, I'm working off a very large sample size and have made very precise calculations based off of years and years of bad and good and bad dick. So grab your pen and paper and plop your pussy down, because here today and over the course of several weeks, Slut School is going to supply you with the tools to bypass the gendered stereotypes of the world we live in today, and ultimately give you the confidence and cojones to level with the oppressive patriarchy. Only when necessary, of course, because there's nothing like getting a man to stop listening to you other than walking around with a copy of the Vagina Monologues in hand, Barbara Bush in your panties, and Down with the Patriarchy tattooed across your one singularly pierced nipple. Now, in order to be effective, we must carry out a discreet and subtle infiltration of the man's world in order to take it down. I mean, earn our place in it. That's why, if you've been selected as a Slut School cadet, you are among the world's top-tier League of Women. Now, some of the modules we'll be covering in the course are as follows. Friend Zone 101. He put you in the friend zone, you put him in the friend zone. I don't really care. I've heard it all. Just know that men typically operate on a 0 to 1 scale, which, if you know your integers, means that there's not much room for a friend zone in their book. So in this module, we'll be challenging the concept of platonic friendships. Online dating, the good, the bad, the ugly. Here, I'll be using 3 case studies from my early 20s to construct this theory. First, the man from Bumble who sent me a stale-ass dick pic from the year 2011. Second, that time I accidentally went on a date at a Denny's with a homeless guy. And the one who takes the creme de la creme of online dating, the man who sent me a photo of his penis implant and described the girth to me as a beer bottle. But I will never be able to drink a Red Stripe again. Module 3, one of my favorites, ass pics. Should I or shouldn't I? Now, listen, anything you put out there, you must assume that someone else other than the person you intended that photo for will see it. Seems pretty simple, doesn't it? Well, you got a little cocky, thought you knew what you were doing, sent an ass pic without your face, had a little bit more wine, then said fuck it and sent a spread eagle with both your moneymakers in it to a guy you barely even know. And now he won't text you back. Yes. We'll discuss damage control of a scenario like this and others in this module. Ooh, one of my favorites, Slut Boss. Hey team, how about I just print this report right onto the ass of my skin-tight H&M skirt that I've kept since the 8th grade? Would you read it then? I've only been working on it all month. The report, not my ass. By the way, your wife called. She wants to know when I'll be returning your balls. Another favorite, module 5, fucking on the first date, a predictive model. Well, he seems like the type to fucking chuck. Well, if I don't fuck, then he can't chuck, right? Wrong. He'll chuck you faster than a woodchuck could chuck wood, especially if he's rich and or pretty. Rich, pretty men do whatever the fuck they want. So, how do you decide when to put out? We'll calculate the proper put out algorithm for a myriad of circumstances in this module. Another favorite, a quantitative analysis of pet names. Someone at home is not following the rules. Okay, the echo's gone. I hope everyone heard that echo, so I'm not crazy. A quantitative analysis of pet names, perceptions of gendered hierarchies. So studies have shown that there is a positive correlation between the frequency with which a man uses pet names like honey, sweetheart, and the degree to which he perceives himself to be superior to you. Well, buddy, if you really think you're above me, that's fine, because the physical manifestation of your social hierarchy puts me that much closer to your genitals, and I can't promise I'll be gentle. Another favorite, one of the last. It's a long course, I know. From poles to poles, how to take your sex capital to our nation's capital. Now, here's the point in the course where I like to share a bit more about myself with you, my students. I mentioned earlier I used to work in a strip club. Well, when I left that industry, I thought, what's a girl to do? What's a girl with all this experience with rich, egotistical, powerful white men to do? And that's when I decided to go into politics. Not without a learning curve, however. I had to learn how to take my hospitality skills from cabaret to Congress. For example, the strip club taught me to be manipulative. Well, we're just going to call that persuasive. Again, they taught me to be money hungry. No. I'm strategic. And look, they're not sugar daddies, okay? They are professional mentors. And Christ, we are not just giving out free hand jobs left and right, okay? We are reaching across the aisle in a passionate, full-throated bipartisan effort in full support of the big fat American democracy. And my for last. Okay, so you've been a cunt. Listen, we're not all perfect. I too have been guilty of the many crimes of which I'm accusing most men, not all, most. I've lied, I've ghosted, I've attempted to get away with the bare minimum while still reaping all the benefits of a relationship that's really only convenient to me. But when it comes to casual dating, I just really have no better answer than to ghost when someone doesn't get the hint. Extra credit for this course. Prove me wrong. Send a text, meet for coffee, tell them your feelings. Let me know how it goes. All right, so we look forward to your participation in our course. An honor for us indeed. Just remember, there is no excuse for douche. So if they make you work for it, beg for it, or God forbid, even pay for it, drop them immediately, because we have far too much shit to cover here at Slut School, and I require that all of my pupils meet the bare douche discernibility requirement. If you have any questions about the course material, the required readings, or anything in addition to that, please just contact me on Instagram, slide in my DMs. That's Hanana Artman, spelled like banana, extra na, don't forget the H's, ARTMAN. Thank you.
Woo! Yes. Honestly, I mean, she has man in her last name, so she clearly knows how to take care of that shit. I hope you had all of your pencils and that you took notes, because that shit is very valuable. Coming up next to the virtual stage, Bustle just named her one of the 5 Muslim American women to get you through social distancing. So guess what? She's going to do that right here. She's a filmmaker. She's a comedian. And she's just amazing. Let's give it up for Zubi Ahmed, everyone.
I'm still taking notes from Hannah's presentation. Dude, that was great. Wow. So quarantining is not much different from me because I already live with my parents. But one thing that I did notice, like being here all the time, is that my parents love to, like, when somebody's in the bathroom, they'll knock on the door and ask who's in there. And I'm like, what are you gonna do with that information? like process of elimination, dude. There's 5 people in this house. Why do you need to know? Like, who are you gonna report this to? But anyways, that's been one of my problems recently. But I am a New Yorker. Shout out New York. What's up?
Woo!
Hell yeah. I kind of feel like a way about people thinking New York is like all that, just because, like, you know, people say if you can make it in New York, you can make it anywhere. But let me tell you something, okay? I cannot make it in Montana, all right? Kentucky sounds rough. Like, I don't know about this, guys. I don't know. I am a New Yorker, and my parents are Muslim. I'm Muslim, and so that makes me chop cheese in the streets, habibi in the sheets, and that's really just for me. That joke. I was saying, so I am from New York, and one of the stories from my childhood, you know, people love to share like their mugging stories and stuff, being in New York for a long time. And one time I went to open the door because I heard the doorbell, and my mom always used to tell me, like, look outside the window before you open the door because it's a dangerous neighborhood, blah blah blah, all this shit. Of course I didn't listen. And so I went to open the door, and there was a guy holding another guy by his collar and holding a box cutter to my face. And he goes, "Is this your son?" And I was like, oh my God, do I look like a mom? Holy shit, I'm 9. Anyways, I've been working on my anti-aging since then. But yeah, my parents are immigrants. They're from this small country called Bangladesh. Fun fact about Bangladesh, our national fruit is the jackfruit. Hell yeah, we won. We got the biggest one. Okay, if you know what the jackfruit is, it's pretty big. So I was looking up like other countries' national fruits because, you know, I'm competitive like that. So I was looking them up, and so like China's is a jujube, Germany's is an apple, America's, we know this, right? It's a gun. Okay. Yeah, I hate to get political, but I'm sorry. Anyways, my parents are immigrants, and I used to get into a lot of trouble, but not like, I used to get in trouble for like throwing out food and stuff like that, like wasting a lot of food, because like we ate like rice for like breakfast, lunch, and dinner. It was a lot. So my parents, but like normal parents would be like, you know, you're throwing out your food. There are starving kids, you know, around the world. There are poor kids in Bangladesh or whatever. My parents were just like, oh, you're throwing out your food? There are poor people in this house. You throw out your food, you starve, bitch. Who you playing? Yeah. I was also never grounded. That's some white people shit. We don't do that. I mean, we just get chased around with like hangers. My mom just grenade launches her sandal at my face, but I never did get grounded, but my mom used to like do, like they got creative, right? My mom used to make me hold my ears and do squats, which I didn't understand. I was like, why do these people think they're Julian Michaels? Like, what are they doing? But my parents used to make me do that, and so I'm kind of traumatized by exercise now. I see a Planet Fitness and cry a little bit. But I guess the joke's on them because I did end up with a fat ass, you know? And I mean, I don't think, like, my parents just never grounded me because they were like, why would I send you to your room? Grandma's in your room, you know? My parents are currently trying to get me married. That's like a thing that Muslim South Asian parents do. And you know, I really thought that I'd be down for arranged marriage, not gonna lie. I thought I was, because dating is hard. So I was like, yeah, outsource this shit. Go ahead, do it. But every single guy that my parents have gotten me, like these suitors or whatever, suitors, like I'm a fucking princess or some shit. But every single like guy that my parents have brought to me, I've just like not liked them. They're all terrible, awful. Like I don't know how to explain it, but like other than to say like they're just boring virgins. Like I don't know. I don't know. How else to, like, you can be one or the other, you cannot be both. Like pick a struggle, you know what I'm saying? But dating is hard. I feel like, you know, especially as a South Asian, as a New Yorker, it's just like, because I've never seen affection in my life. Like I've never seen like how to be an affectionate, like romantic or whatever. Like South Asians do not show any affection to each other. Like I've never seen my parents even like hold hands. like I like never seen them hold hands. Like my mom could be falling off a cliff and my dad would be like, not in front of the kids, okay? Save that for the bedroom, okay? But as a New Yorker as well, it's kind of tough because like you know, New Yorkers just don't know how to be romantic. Like I've been in relationships where people are like, Zuby, I love you. And I'm like, that's what's up. Okay. Zuby, I would die for you. Dead ass. Like I need to learn how to respond to love, I guess. Besides that, like I do kind of have baby fever. Anybody else? raise your hand inside your house. I do. I get baby fever because like as I feel like somebody else was talking about it. And there's just like babies all over the internet and stuff. They're just like, oh my god, especially now that I'm lonely and like quarantine. Like I made a huge mistake. I really should have just gotten married when my parents told me to. I do. So, like babies are so cute, but I know it's like not a good time to bring a baby into this world because like it's ending basically. But I like as a Muslim though, I gotta say, like as a Muslim, I would love to raise a generation of Muslims who aren't afraid of coming out to their parents. You know what I'm talking about? So basically what I'm saying is I've got to have a gay kid. Okay, like I'm not wasting my time with a straight child. Like, why would I do that? You know, I'll love my kid no matter what, gay, bi, trans, non-binary. I will love them no matter what. But if they're born with that bitch ass gene that makes them hate the taste of cilantro, no, you can't live in my house. Can you imagine they come home and they're like, Mom, I've been experimenting with parsley. I'd be like, get the fuck out of here. Like, you can't bring that negativity in here, you know? Guys, my name is Zuby. You can follow me on all social media platforms. I'm even on TikTok. That feels so ridiculous to say. But you can follow me on all social media platforms at DamnZoob. That's DAMNZOOB. Everyone is so funny. Thank you guys so much for having me. Bye.
Good for Zuby, everyone. Yes. Yes, hell yes. One more time. Like literally, I know why she was recommended for a comedian to get you through social distancing because she made me feel all right at home. Alrighty, coming up next, we only have a couple more comedians coming up to the stage. We only have 2 more. So I hope you're hanging in there. And if you were in there in the improv earlier, if you're having margaritas, then put a shout out to margaritas in the chat right now because it's relevant. It's a hashtag callback. Alrighty, coming up next to the virtual stage, she's one of my favorites from Orlando, Florida. She's been on our virtual shows recently and just a hilarious person overall. Let's give it up for Rachel Cohen, everyone.
Yes. What's up, guys? Hey.
Woo!
Woo! Oh my God, so great to be back here. Yeah, doing another virtual open mic. This is showcase. This is fantastic. Anna, thank you for putting this together. It's so awesome to be here with a bunch of amazing, talented, funny ladies. A little bit about me. This is a weird time for everyone, obviously, but I'm trying to cope right now with the fact that my 2-year anniversary to my girlfriend will probably be in quarantine. Yeah, so that's interesting. I mean, we're working around it. You know, we're a pretty good couple. One of the ways we actually met was through a mutual love of animals. Like, who doesn't love animals, right? Like cats, dogs, everything. I just didn't know how much she loved animals. And I distinctly remember when we first started dating, like an early morning where I woke up and just found a cockroach that was like chilling on her bedside table. Right? And I went to go kill it because I'm a normal human being. And then she stopped me and was like, no, babe, I want you to release it into its natural habitat.
Oh my God.
I was like,
Oh my God.
right?
Oh my God.
I was like, I love you, but it's 4 a.m. I'm not going to Denny's right now.
Oh.
But she's amazing. I love her so much. Before all of this crazy coronavirus stuff started happening, we were actually going to couples therapy just because, you know, not because anything was wrong, you know, but we are lesbians, so we do believe in therapy. And you know, now we've just had to, you know, start doing it at home, which she calls, you know, interpersonal therapy. I just call it fucking talking to each other. You know, we were having a session the other day, and one of the things we tried to explore was, you know, sexual attraction. She was like, one of the biggest fears in my relationship to you is that one day you're not going to find me sexually attractive anymore. I was like, babe, I totally understand that. I also have fears about our sex life. I was like, I'm worried I'm going to go down on you one day. I'm going to sneeze. He's like, you can never fucking take anything seriously, can you? I was like, I have allergies. The issue here is that you don't listen to me when I talk. So that's something else we need to work on. I don't know why she's still with me, to be honest. After 2 years. I was like, I talk about your vagina on stage. Do you still love me? God, she's amazing. Yeah, it's just a weird time in general, you know. I'm Jewish. I come from a Jewish family. I have a Jewish mom. If there's something you need to know about Jewish moms, they're very overbearing and super protective of you. You know, which is why at 23 years old, my mom still asks me if I use protection. You know, she's like, do you use a rubber? I'm like, yeah, I'm not dumb. Like, I don't tell her it's a strap on, but I'm not dumb. You knew there was going to be one strap on joke in my set. Come on. Always one. Casey can attest to this. But yeah, you know, I just, in this whole coronavirus thing, like my mom has horrible anxiety, so she blows everything out of proportion on a general day. So right now she's freaking the fuck out. She's like, you know, you can't, and she thinks that because I'm level-headed during this time that I'm not taking things seriously, you know? I don't know if anyone else's parents are like that. She's just like, you know, people are scared shitless right now, okay? Every time I go in the store, people are scared shitless. I'm like, no, people are obviously shitting. Like, we have no toilet paper anymore. That doesn't exist in this world. Like, people are obviously scared shitting. That's the world we live in. And it's just, you know, I think the scariest thing about the coronavirus, you know, is that no one really knows what our future is going to look like after this, if that makes sense. Because, you know, at least when Trump was elected, and I know that you should not start a sentence like that ever. at least when Trump was elected, everyone kind of had the same consensus that we're all going into World War III, right? So that's what everyone prepared for. That's what I prepared for. I know at least. Like, I had a blue-eyed, blonde-haired girlfriend with like an awesome attic. I was set. Like, I knew where I was going when shit hit the fan. But now it's like, I don't know what's going to happen. That was a Holocaust joke. People in Florida don't get that because our education system's horrible. But at least you guys got it. One of my last jokes I have for you guys is one that when I told to my girlfriend, she audibly groaned. And I hope I get the same reaction from all of you. So this is a time, it's kind of an awful time, but things can still be good. I know dating sites actually have more users on there. Dating is up like 22% on Tinder right now. So if anyone is single and wants to meet someone during a plague, which I wholeheartedly think you should do, I have a list of very specific pickup lines you could use during this time that I'm going to now say directly into this camera. So my first one is, if you were a virus, you would be COVID-19.
Hey.
Yeah. Sorry, I just fucked that one up. A girl like you is harder to find than hand sanitizer.
Hey.
And my personal favorite, you take my breath away.
Ooh.
I did my job during this time. But this has been amazing. You can find me on all platforms at Rachel Cohen Comedy. And also, Anastasia is not only an amazing host for putting this together, but she actually said I could plug a charity at the end of this. So locally, we have a relief fund set up. It's called the Central Florida LGBTQ Relief Fund right now to help queer individuals who are having financial difficulties during this crisis, like a lot of people are. Specifically, a lot of the funds collected will go to helping trans and non-binary individuals who statistically have a harder time finding employment, and who many are also unemployed during this time. So if you want to find them, they are on GoFundMe, and they are called the Central Florida LGBTQ Relief Fund. And I will also be posting it on my Instagram, again, at Rachel Cohen Comedy, with also an awesome picture of all of us together that we took before the showcase started. Anastasia, you've been amazing. Everyone on this showcase has been amazing. I really hope that I get to work with you guys in real life, actually, because you all seem awesome. But thank you. I'm going to pass it back to you. To your host now.
Give it up for Rachel, everyone! Yes! Oh my goodness. It's like so awesome working with Rachel because like I have never gotten to work with her in person, but her and I went to college together. And like I'm sorry, I keep giving these personal stories because it's like I was talking about this earlier. Like I love all the people I cast into these shows, and especially tonight. It's like every single person. I'm like, wow, yes, girl. Like I am Amy Poehler in Mean Girls with the camera. Just like yes, I'm a sister. Like all that stuff, and yeah, literally give it up for Rachel and. Just if you, the fun that she was talking about, there are also a lot of post survivors in the LGBTQ community in Orlando. So if you do want to give money to that fund, or if you also just want to support any of the comedians here, if they want to drop their Venmos in the YouTube, go ahead. They're okay to do that. But we have one last comedian coming up to the virtual stage. And it's my pleasure. She actually went and performed at Villain when I was not there. She did a big show. You may recognize her from Bustle and PR. I've seen her a bunch of times on the Reductress. I'm like, I know that girl. And she does a really cool show called the Steve Harvey Lifetime Achievement Awards. She has a podcast called All Dick is Trash. I mean, I think I do a lot, but I want to be her. Let's give it up for Millie Tavares, everyone.
Oh my gosh, you don't want to give me my credit so bad. Thank you so much. I'm coming to you live from my apartment in Brooklyn. Yes, that Brooklyn. Obviously, this is not Girls, the TV show. But I am. I grew up actually. I was born in New York, but I grew up in Hollywood, Florida. So my family's all still there, and obviously, New York is the epicenter of the coronavirus. So all of my friends are fleeing. They're getting out of here. They're like, I'm going home with my parents. Like, I would just want peace. And I just want like to be in nature. And it's like, why aren't you going home? And I'm like, I'm from Hollywood, Florida. My neighbors tap dancing and singing Broadway is more peace than whatever I would find at home. My mom's stepdad, so my family's all in Florida, and it's getting really, it's really scary over here. Coronavirus is really intense. I have a lot of friends who are, in the ICU and all that stuff, and it's really grim seeing everybody walking with masks. It's like some kind of like Black Plague thing. And everyone's like matching their mask with their outfit. It's still New York, so it's whatever. But sometimes I would talk to my mom on the phone, and she's like wasn't getting it, like how serious it is and stuff. And then like literally 2 days ago, her stepdad died. And he was kind of like a dick, so to her. So I wasn't sure. So I was talking to her, and I was like, Mom, like, you can't go to that funeral. And she's like, oh, don't worry, I'm not gonna go. I'm not going. And I'm like, oh, she's finally taking coronavirus seriously. And she's like, yeah, I'm not going. Like, I hate my fucking sister. My brother's a dick. I don't want to see the drama. I don't like this guy's. And I'm like, oh my God. You're not going to fucking bullshit. Like, man, whatever's keeping you home. Whatever's keeping you home. Zuby was talking about like beatings and getting grounded is like white people shit. I'm very obviously not white. But my parents obviously would beat me all the time. That's why I'm living fear every day. No, but my parents sometimes, they would try to switch it up and be like, okay, no, you're grounded. And I'm like, what? You're not gonna hit me? Like, okay, whatever. They're like, yeah, no, fun for 2 weeks. You can't go outside. No this, no that. And I'm like, please just beat my ass, please. So by the end, I was begging for a beating, and then nothing related to my sex life now. So, I was famously in Europe right before, like right when coronavirus hit. I came back to New York on the 9th of March, and the travel ban from Europe was announced on the 11th. So, I thought I was having the time of my life. And I came back to New York, and I was like, man, I am really regretting making out with all those Italian men. Giuseppe. I thought this was a cool vacation, and now, but even before that, it's been really tough. Like, obviously in New York, in the United States, like, a lot of people before coronavirus really like popped off in the US, everyone was kind of like blaming Asian people, like, oh my, and like really discriminating against them and like being super racist in public towards them. And it just made me so upset. So like, I did a campaign where, I just tried to make out with as much Asian men as I could, to really break through stereotypes. And yeah, that's also why I did, make out with Italian guys as well. Cause, I was just like, I want everyone to know that anyone can catch coronavirus. And then I did. I don't even know if I have coronavirus because I don't, well, whatever. That's later in my another group of people, that have been like things that have been brought to life or light is, like Parasite won the Oscar for Best Picture, and it really like illuminated so much about the different class relationships between like poor Korean people and rich Korean people, and it was just so cruel and so mean. And I was like, damn, like I wish I could do something. So like if anyone knows any rich Korean men that I can make out with, that they're really, like you shouldn't discriminate against rich Korean people. If you're like, oh my gosh, does your activism just end at making out with people? No, I'll also flash my titties at people if need be. Yeah, so I'm Dominican, so right now like the most famous person in pop culture right now is Dominican is Cardi B, and a lot of people are mad about that because they're like, she's not a good representation of Dominican women, like she's so ghetto, whatever. And I'm like, I thought about it, and like she definitely is 100% all Dominican woman. To her, she went to like Offset cheated on her, and then she went to the woman's job at a hookah bar and beat her ass and had to go to like court for that. And literally every Dominican woman has gone to some hookah bar and beat someone's over a dude. I will not hear otherwise. But yeah, something about Dominican titties is that the areola, my areola takes over like most of my breast. It is like a big Subway cookie. I thought that was just all titties until like one day I saw Lady Gaga on TV and she had like 2 pieces of tape over her nipple, and I was like, no, this is not reality. So I am plus size. Woo woo, yeah. Yeah. So it's a really great time to be plus size. There's all this like really cool things. People are just seeing plus size people as people, and now all these like really cool fashion brands are like, hey, why don't we make clothes for them too? So in a super exciting time, all these really cool lines are starting their own plus size brands and own plus size lines. So as a plus size woman, it's really exciting. You'll get an email from a different company and they'll be like, check out our plus size collection. And then you'll go on and it's just earrings and sunglasses. Body positivity. Yeah, but like a lot of people will just say like, oh, like I just feel so bad for plus size women. I just feel bad for you, like as a fat person, because like I just know that deep down inside there's a skinny person, you know what I mean, like deep down inside of you. And I'm just like, okay, hold on, not every night, okay. I do take nights off. I'm not just there's not just different skinny guy in me all the time, but the thing is that I actually feel bad for skinny women, because I feel just like as a fat woman, like I come way harder than I feel like most women will. And it's on top. And it's not necessarily for me actually like having sex on top, but it's turning to the guy, looking in his eyes and saying like, I want to be on top, and seeing the fear. That actually makes me come so hard, and skinny women will just never know the pleasure. So I feel bad for you. So yeah, I am single, which, a lot of people are like, oh my God, you're in your apartment all alone. Yes, no kids. So no, so yay. And also I have heard my neighbors break up 8 times in the past 3 weeks. Listen, I'm doing well. But yeah, when you're single, your friends try to give you advice, they're all trying to like help you out. They want to see you matched up. And they're like, well, Are you on the apps? You got to get on the apps. Are you on the apps? Yes. Are you on the apps? Are you on the apps? And it's like, yes, bitch. I ordered mozzarella sticks and I still don't have a man. What the fuck? Those are not the apps they're talking about. They're not talking about appetizers. They're talking about dating apps. And yes, I'm on the apps. I'm on all the apps. I'm on Tinder, Okay Cupid, Coffee Meets Bagel, which I'm gonna say everybody sometime. Coffee Meets Bagel is not a website where Black women can meet Jewish men. I tried. That is not what that's for, apparently. But yeah, again, I'm on the dating apps. I'm on Bumble, Tinder, Okay Cupid, Coffee Meets Bagel, Lyft. I'm trying to meet someone in my neighborhood who can, pick me up and fuck me. I'm on TaskRabbit. I want someone to go all night. And I'm on ZocDoc, which famously I thought it was an app, a dating app to find your local single doctors. And I was like, what? Why was I wasting my time? Like, why did I fuck a broke DJ when I could have been fucking a doctor this whole time? ZocDoc is a website to find doctors in your area that take your insurance. So yeah, I'm not dating a doctor, but my chiropractor is fine as fuck. Okay. Dr. Ethan Levine. But ZocDoc is not where Black women meet Jewish men either. So he did tell me to stop wearing skirts to my chiropractor meetup, and I wish that was a joke, but that's 100% serious. It's kind of hard as a woman of color to date, because you'll just be on a date with a nice guy and he's just like, a nice white man, and he's just buying you drinks and you're giggling, and then he says something a little off. And you're just like, wait, Connor, Connor, you didn't vote for Trump, right? And he's like, no, I didn't vote for Trump. Like, he's like, I voted for Gary Johnson. What? He's like, no, but don't worry, like, I'm a libertarian. It's like, what? No, that's worse. But dating Black guys is not that much easier, because at some point, on the date, they'll just start complaining about, white women. And this stuff is, they always just start, they're like, white women are crazy. And like, the feminist in me is like, no, that's not, we don't do that. Okay. I believe like all women like are awesome and we never make any mistakes. But then again, it's like white women, it's like Lena Dunham, Lindsay Lohan. I mean, he's not wrong. You know what I'm saying? Not wrong. But and he's like, oh gosh, like I was on this date with this one white girl and everything was going great, but like, halfway through the date, she's like, hey, do you want to do some coke with me in the bathroom? He's like, that's crazy. And I'm like, yeah, that's so crazy. I would never do coke with you on my first date. Like, never share my coke. You need to run to her now. Yeah. So, just to wrap this up, I, pre-coronavirus, I'm always on trend. I did get fired and lose my job pre-coronavirus, skirt. And, my job, like whatever sucked, whatever. And they're like, hey, you're going to lose this good ass insurance, skirt. You're going to lose this good ass insurance. You have it for another month, but you have to leave here now. And I left my lunch in the fucking fridge. I was so pissed. So I don't have a job, so I don't have to, and then I have like this good ass insurance. Like, I'm a fucking go in. Yo, I went to the dentist. I haven't been to a dentist in like 10 years. I went to the dentist 5 times in a month. Nutritionist. Bitch, I went. I don't even know what the fuck she said, but I went. Therapy every other day. Trauma. And then finally, I went and I got a pap smear at Planned Parenthood. And Planned Parenthood, let me tell you something. Planned Parenthood in New York is lit. Okay. Brand new. I went to this brand new center, 3 stories, brightly lit, in a hot metropolitan area in Queens. And it's so cool to see this lobby full of all different kinds of people from all different ages, all different, backgrounds. And yeah, I'm just like, man, in movies they make, obviously Planned Parenthood provides all kinds of services, but in movies, you know, they show like abortion clinics. Planned Parenthood also does abortions. They show abortion clinics, and they're always like so scary and dark, and like there's always a scene where a woman like is about to get an abortion, and she sits down and she's like, I can't do this, and she runs out. But I'm in Planned Parenthood, and I'm like, this is so brightly lit. They're playing HGTV on this is great. I see in the corner there's all these teens, and they're recording TikTok videos.
Oh my God.
They're like rapping on camera, and then and I'm just like, whoa, can you imagine if you went to go get an abortion and then you like chicken out, you go out, you're like, I can't do this. And you go to the lobby and you see a whole bunch of teens like doing some kind of challenge. I would have to turn around and be like, I gotta go finish the job. I gotta go. All right, thank you so much. I'm Millie Tamaris. Thank you for having me. Everyone is so great. Thank you for having me. Thank you, villains.
Oh my God, yes. Alrighty. Okay, so it's the end of the night. We're done. I know for those of you who have been here since 8, thank you. For those of you who stuck in since 10, I know we had some people from Korea, Oklahoma, just all over the place. Thank you guys so much. All these comedians, we promoted them on the Villains Stand Up and at Villain Theater pages. So follow those pages and then follow those comedians. And if you like them, just be like, I'll throw you money because we can't work right now. I'm working right now because I have a job outside of comedy, but I know a lot of comedians aren't. So if you do want to support them, just reach out to them, be like, whatever, you're cool. I just want to throw you money. It's chill. It's cool. But you know what? I thank you guys so much for staying tuned in and tuning in. This has been beautiful. I mean, the fact is, it sucks. I've said it. It sucks to have to be in this situation with social distancing and all that. We can't go on stage and perform. But the fact is, we had Irina from LA and Zuby and Millie from New York and Rachel from Orlando. We have people from all over. We're a Miami-based theater. The fact that we can all come together and do this digitally is it's beautiful. It is so gorgeous and amazing. And I just want to give it up one more time for my comedians. If they can show their cameras, just so you guys can all see their gorgeous faces. They are amazing. Hannah educated you guys, and just Irina, thank you. All of my friends, all of my sisters, thank you so much. And thank you to all of you guys who viewed, and have a great night, and please stay safe. Wear masks outside, even though they say it's voluntary.
Yes.
Fuck Trump.
Thanks for having us.
Bye.
Bye, thank you.
Bye.